within.
All right, welcome everybody. This is number 2 of the Talking Tarkov podcast. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. So today we got our special guest, Sequisha, and we also have our co-host, Kotton, and of course, Nikita, the COO of Battlestate Games. We're going to be going over quite a few things today, guys. One of the main talking points for today is going to be post 0.8, so what the development plans are for Escape from Tarkov from the previous patch that just came out. And we also have a bunch of other talking points that we will go over once we get to them. So it's a pleasure of having you all here wanting to get that sweet Tarkov information. So I'm going to let Nikita take the floor. He has a lot to tell you guys. So
Really? I don't know what to say more. Escape from Tarkov is a survival shooter on PC. You can run with your AK, shoot people, and that's it.
And that's the podcast. Thank you for joining.
So
well said.
yeah. So the idea is of this podcast is to make not like retrospective talks. It's more like just to discuss current situation right now with the patch and your thoughts about it, and see your opinions, like discuss some very sleepy issues like hatchlings and strengths and many other things, and Klean.
We should fire him.
Yeah,
Get rid of him.
like
Get him out of
we
here.
need to talk about this. So first of all, like from a developer's team, there was an idea to finally have some rest after we released the patch, and it was really hard for us to make it real. And after this, like, this unhealthy condition is gone. Like, we don't want to rest. I'm talking about myself, of course.
You were you guys, just to kind of give you guys a little perspective. Like, I would have to like tell Nikita, like, dude, take a day off, relax. Like, let the guys take a day off because they're working weekends.
I just can't. I can't do this. I'm sitting like every single evening. I'm watching streams. Like, I'm trying to avoid Kotton streams.
Oh, he said it.
What did I do?
I'm just kidding. You know,
This guy.
Sneak dissing.
Okay.
Your goddamn scabs is what it is.
Okay. And every single issue and like these 2 hot fixes were made of your opinions, like your reaction. We tweaked something to make the game better, and I just can't rest. And like I feel like the game needs to be like done. I need to make the game better. We need to make another patch. Like, it's really hard for us to stop working for several hours, and we need to continue. We need to go on, and we need to understand should we do next. And right now we have huge talks inside the studio to plan the upcoming patch. Like, when will it be? Will it be what, like, should we do in it. So it's more like a user experience thing right now. So we're watching. I'm writing down many like stuff to ensure the game will be better someday, hopefully. And I think this is a perfect moment to show the picture
Which picture?
of netcode.
Of netcode,
A picture
of the
netcodes.
netcodes.
Oh boy.
All right, guys. So Battle Nonsense has been doing his network test of the new current build for Escape from Tarkov. And as you guys can see here, you can see it's from the previous patch from 0.7 to 0.8. As you can see, it's still not perfect. There's still work to be done, but it's improved massively, as you can see here.
Yeah, it's not perfect, guys. So we leave you the amount of like space to line, to beach more. So it's not perfect, yeah. You can say that. But we did a good thing. Like we improved it by 4 times, like maybe 4 times. So it is an improvement, and this is it. All regards to network team, to George especially. Maybe he's looking right now. He's watching right now the podcast. Maybe not, but he's a good guy. Thank him for that.
Yeah, it's big improvements.
Yeah.
As long as it's moving forward, not going backwards.
Right.
So Nikita, so now going from post 0.8, you want to release hot fixes, fix current bugs, balance out. So what are a lot of the major plans moving forward for you and the team? Because I know you've been telling me you guys are having a lot of meetings lately, trying to figure out what's going on and what's basically the direction moving forward.
We need to to polish things up. Like we have such thing called the developer depth. Like we need to finish the optimization, improve the network more, to get rid of the old evil bugs, and like this is the main goal right now. It's still in high priority, but we are thinking like to add more features. Right now, I can't disclose the upcoming features, but there will be leaks on this podcast, and you will see some pictures, which allows you to understand more what should be in the next patch. Right now, we're focusing on the main thing of a production process is to finally get a grip, make a really comfortable and effective production. So it's all about pipelines right now. We are working out some really efficient ways to increase the quality, to increase the speed of production, and it will allow us to make the updates better and faster. We don't want to delay more. We need to focus on this because the last delays was really hard. It damages a lot of souls. So many people stopped playing AFT and started playing other games. It's not cool. Yeah.
Well, that's gonna happen anytime when there's like a wipe upcoming for any game. Rust is a really good example of that. When there's about to be a wipe, a lot of people just kind of take a break. And
Yeah.
Then hit the wipe really hard.
I perfectly understand that this is a typical situation, and it's really obvious for us. We're in beta. We need to make the game better. There's a lots of issues. We need to have like different like ongoing things like wipes, rebalancing, and stuff. So yeah, we understand it. But deep in our mind, deep in our soul, we are not happy. We was not happy. Right now, we're kind of happy. Like. But we need to go on. Like we need to feel the effect, like to feel the impact on you, to get from it the positive like elements of it, and try to enrich this more to make the game even better. to make you happy even more.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's all about this, and the process was pretty hard and brutal, and we need to apply this knowledge, this experience that we got, to ensure that this will never happen again.
The major delays is what you're meaning.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
speaking about the patch too, because you know, you guys said you felt good about this patch. I think a majority of the community feels really good about this patch. I'd like to ask Kotton and Sequisha your guys' impressions on the current patch in comparison to last builds. And I'd like to start with Sequisha first, since he's our guest here today, and I'd like to just know what you think about the current 0.8 patch that just was released.
How's my audio now?
Oh, you're
I think
good. You're nice and loud.
Should be good now. This patch, where we're at with this patch right now.
Yes.
I mean, you're asking.
Yes, your
I've been
impressions.
enjoying it. All the new tasks and whatnot are really like a lot of fun. Like I feel like there's a lot of progress that I still need to make. I don't feel like I'm kind of like I haven't hit a dead end yet. There's a lot of shit I still need to do, which is really good. It's been really difficult, I think, for a lot of people. A lot of people had a really rough wipe at the beginning, and I think that's been really good that, you know, people didn't get incredibly wealthy. We don't have people running around with fast MT and Fort right now all the time, you know? Like everything is still got a lot of value. So I don't know, yeah. I mean, I think by this point, last wipe, I feel like people were already running around with Fort armor and in an M4, you know, just going ham and not really giving a shit. And it's really not like that right now. So it's in a good spot, I feel, this wipe anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
I think.
Oh, go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
I must add something. Like, it is really not about like the production process. Yeah, planning, milestones, deadlines, ideas. The whole idea of successful patch is more than a simple like upload process. It's like the convergence of the whole like environment that consists of game, players, like the people who don't play but want to play. Like, all I want to say, like, it's just for me, this particular patch was kind of miracle, because it all went really well and fit in one attempt. Like, we just uploaded it, and it was good. Like, from the start. Like, we done a lot of things, balancing. Like, we reworked some points of a game from scratch, and we thought that there is not so much testing. Like, there was not so much testing processes about this, and we thought that, oh man, it's gonna be hard. We will hit the patch. We'll hit the servers, and everything will go really, really wrong. And for some reason, like, it went well for us.
Yeah, it's been pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, this was easily the smoothest release we've ever had. I mean, I think a lot of that has to do too with the new structure for the servers. We have servers for traders, servers for queuing and matching, servers for actually raiding, and we can actually choose dedicated servers to play on through the launcher now, which we've never had that feature before. I mean, looking at the past, most previous patches, like right when it came out with a lot of hype, trader errors, having issues connecting to raids, all of these issues like on patch day that would generally get alleviated a couple days prior, which also puts extra stress on you and the team. And this release was easily the smoothest patch release we've ever had. And not only that, it was the most hyped patch EFT has ever had. And to have both those things work.
The funny thing is, like, in general, it was not like a big patch or something. Like, it was a typical patch, like not so special. Like, we like on the plans on the go, we have a lot of things to do. That the next patches will be really huge in terms of this patch, and that things drives me like crazy, because I understand that we need to maintain this level of quality further. We need to make the next patch without the delays, and even smoother than that before.
Well, I think you could take a breather on this one. This patch really restored a lot of faith, I guess, as you'd call it, because as you can see, everybody's back playing it, and like I'll be the first one to say it. I was saying I expected back-end errors all day. I expected matchmaking. We didn't get none of that. So I
Yeah.
was pleasantly surprised. This was a really good patch launch. Like,
Yeah, I think
compared to the previous ones. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff that could go wrong, and I think the fact that like it's almost like when the weather's really nice outside, you don't even realize it because it's so nice out, you know. Like there's
Exactly.
so many things that could have went
You
wrong, and
don't,
like
you don't appreciate it until
Yeah.
it's broken. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
I mean,
true.
it's been incredibly smooth. You remember like a couple of patches ago, it was like factory was broke
Yeah.
for like a couple days.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's
Yeah.
none of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Couldn't you like 20-minute matching times just to get into a raid and then die a minute
Right.
later?
Yeah, but overall, this was a really good patch. I mean, I'm always a fan of a fresh wipe, fresh economy.
Me too.
The PvP is legit. There's not Ford armor everywhere, like Sequisha said. And this was just a really good patch. Like the new map, we need more of that.
Yeah.
I was happy that we're not running through the woods all day. I mean, no offense to the other maps, but I feel like I'm just playing, like jogging simulator Bob Ross edition, like. So I was happy with this patch. It was really good.
Oh, yeah.
And it's amazing too how detailed Interchange is, and yet it's the best running map aside from Factory. Like it runs the best. There's so much detail. There's so many different objects and items, and just like details on the ground and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I maintain like over 100 FPS on that map constantly, and
Yeah.
it's amazing.
I can't wait till scabs are in interchange.
Oh, me
That's
too.
gonna be-
Yes, I must say about this more. Like the first one, these optimization techniques that we done on the interchange, like right now we're applying them to our other old maps like customs and shoreline especially, and they will run better for sure. Yes, we need to wait for this. And the scarves, we just we made a test build. We want to change the spawn methods on the interchange. I will tell you more about this later. And we had a test version of interchange with AI. It was 20 plus AI players, AI bots, with 5 or 6 players, and the FPS was the same for some reason.
That's
With
not a
them
bad thing.
or without them. It's not bad. It's really strange because we definitely have this drop linked to AI roaming like on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And it is really strange that we didn't have this drop on this version. Really strange. I don't like it.
You think? You think it's just too good to be true?
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Something's gonna go wrong.
Yeah, so we need to test it more, and we need to implement this spawn system. It will be kind of cool for this map. We will release. I hope we will release this edition like AI at the interchange next week. I hope.
Oh, soon TM planned.
Soon TM, yeah, and and the optimizations are on the go, and it's really simpler to make them because we know how to do it, because the map is already done, and like we need just to take all the objects, to subdivide it onto groups, to make the scripts working and stuff. So it will be all right. I really hope that the shoreline will be the pretty smooth map, because right now you're getting stutters and the freezes because all of it all together, like the terrains, the object, the physics, like for some reason we still having this stuttering and freezes. We know about this. We prioritized this task to make it like ASAP, and we know about it. And I think with this new optimization applied to this new maps, we will get rid of them mostly, and it will be really good. And we also started to make a new map.
Can you say which map?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right.
Yet.
Figured I'd ask.
Not yet.
I know the community would be like, what is it?
Yeah.
But I'm honestly
Obviously.
very excited to see how customs and shoreline is going to run after the new optimization, because like after looking at interchange, seeing how detailed it is in comparison to those two, I have a good feeling that those maps are going to run very well. I'm excited.
The good thing is on our team we have a really motivated people to make it real. They play Escape from Tarkov a lot, and they just playing it and see the rock like placed not in the correct location, and they are. Oh, shit, I will
This
fix
rock
this.
is
I will
actually
fix
2
this
centimeters
tomorrow.
too high. It's unplayable. Nikita, I
Yeah.
hate you. Your game
Well,
sucks.
I remember you used to do that, Nikita. When I remember one time I was streaming, I got stuck between a fence and a dumpster, and you hot fixed it like the next day, and I was like, "That's what's up." Okay.
You know, there is a funny thing also. Some of the quests unlocks like the feature, like the awards with unlock in the traders, like the specific items to unlock to buy, were made. How to say it? It was like it is your favorite kind of items in the game. So I locked them
The
specifically.
suppressors mainly,
Yeah.
yeah.
I locked your favorite red dot. I locked your favorite red dot in the quest.
You did.
Just-
You
Yeah, the
locked
T1.
Beaver, PSO, all the good low-level scopes. You locked
Yes,
them.
yes. And I wanted to see your reaction. Okay, now I see your reaction.
Okay.
Correct, Kotton.
Yeah.
Well, I already unlocked him. I'm good now. It pissed me off a week ago.
Really, these sites are pretty good, so it's a good idea to have them locked to motivate you to complete the quests. It's okay, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that gives us a good idea, you guys, as to what's going forward for post 0.8 patch. As you can see, lots of optimizations are to be done. You can see already improvements to the netcode, as hence from Battle Nonsense. About 3 times of improvement overall. So the future's looking bright. I think this would be a good time to show off some of the new stuff that would be coming in a future patch. Some of the items, maybe.
Yeah. So we don't have like the big amount of movie like clips. It's more about the pics, and Klean will show you some of them.
We got a lot of leaks today, guys. Lots of screenshots. We got about 5 different folders here, just like full of stuff. So I'm gonna go through one folder this time. And
Nikki leaks?
this
Oh,
is
here we
something.
go.
Okay, this is something I know for a fact. You guys have been. Klean, when is this coming out? I don't know, but soon TM. Here you go. It's that Mosin Nagant.
The delays.
Yeah, it's about a 10-second delay or so.
Okay.
Nice, the Mosin. Look at that.
Yeah. That's probably pretty excited about that.
Nikita, I don't know if you know, Mosins aren't gray.
So
I'm
you can see,
Nice.
yeah, it's are we also gonna have a straight bolt Mosin too? Because obviously this is the sniper variant with the bent bolt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Exactly. So we will have the carbine version of it too. We will have a different amount of stocks for it, like different kind of mods, muzzle adapters and stuff. Like we are working on the idea to implement a weapon in EFT with all a variety of modifications, like at the same time on a single update.
This is something we've all been wanting, just
Yeah.
like a nice discount bolt action rifle to use. Like, hopefully this won't cost as much
I'm
as
also
a DVL.
nervous
I
because
hope.
of the scavs, man. The sniper
Well,
scavs.
well, this will be the
Yeah.
thing, though. This is like anti-scav as well.
Yeah,
This is
true.
anti-scav on a budget, you know?
Yeah, and it's a big caliber. I mean, you can, I mean, especially now. I don't know if you guys have had the chance to play around with snipers this update. We've actually every round in the game does increased damage. I was using the SV98 the other day on woods, and I was one tapping people through PACA and UN armor just by shooting them in the chest. Snipers are really strong now, so once this comes in, this will be a really strong budget weapon. So let's go ahead and move over here to the next leak.
I think the last podcast, the delay was a little like less than now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, the multi-tool.
Yep.
Except for
Nice.
the in-raid like breakdowns and shit.
Yeah, this is a new multi-tool because it's really soon that we'll learn an ability to break down the locks, to modify your weapon on the go, and have some other fancy abilities with your multi-tool. And we decided to add more of them. Like, this is my favorite multi-tool in real life, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I
I'm
like
sorry,
it.
Nikita. Just to backtrack, did you mention lockpicking back there?
Yes, of course.
Oh,
Hey,
very nice. Okay,
Nikita.
that's what I've been waiting on.
I got a question, man. Am I gonna need this multi-tool to fucking eat my Tashanka in raid?
So make sure you wash your hands first.
In the bear shaving.
I was playing DayZ a lot, and the idea to open up your cans with your hatchet is kind of cool. And
No, don't say that. No,
no. I decided
a true
not-
bear
not
would
to-
use his AK.
Ah!
He just bash it open.
No, you
I
shoot the
decided
can.
not to do it, but instead, I added the quick opener style of a can,
Cans.
like
Yeah.
with a can opener attached, and this is it. Although I really love the idea to open your cans with something, I decided not to take this idea from the game that I like, and this is it.
But it's realistic. It makes sense. I mean, a lot of cans out there have those little, quick
Like the
openers. You know, what I mean,
future,
yeah,
a
it's the
can with an opener on it.
My
Oh my
God. All right, let's go ahead and get to the next leak here.
We need some kind of music.
Yeah, I could play some music. Here, let me.
Some of that crazy
Yeah,
Tarkov
here, let me.
music.
We'll play some of that Gene Burn. Hey, if you guys don't know, all of Nikita, he composes all of the music for Tarkov. So all the music that you guys see in the trailers, everything like that, it's all on SoundCloud. So if you guys go !Nikita in the chat, it'll take you to his SoundCloud. It's called Gene Burn on SoundCloud. You can get the new track that was recently in the trailer there. Go give him a follow on SoundCloud, man. He's always uploading new tunes. He makes some awesome music, man. Let me go ahead and play some of this. I'll just turn it real quiet.
Where'd the leak go? Was that a 2x scope? You're not sure.
No, yeah, no. I had to do some stuff here. It's
So
coming back. It's coming back.
Is that a 2x or another 4x?
It looks like
What
an
is that?
ACOG 4X to me, or maybe is that an
Yeah,
ACOG?
this is the ACOG. It's from SOP mod 1.5 or 2. I don't remember.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
1.5 or 2.
Nice.
That's what
Yeah,
we need. is
seriously.
Something for closer range. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this is new. This is not new ACOG, all the but
Yeah.
it's used in the
Is-
US Special Forces.
Is the sight like the prism sight, like the triangle with the line, or is it like a horseshoe?
This is probably that green dot with the green circle around it,
Don't-
right?
Like I can't remember right now.
Okay.
I'm positive that it will be not a triangle, for sure. So
Can we not have the fat triangle this time? Like the prism sight, the one we use in the Marine
this
Corps?
is this is all about this new scope.
Okay.
Like we definitely have another reticle.
Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next leak. This looks like a new sound suppressor. No, actually, M4 handguard. Actually,
No.
M4 handguard.
Yes, this is M4 handguard, like a sport variant. So I just love this round style because it looks cool.
It does. I like the look
Yeah.
a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next one.
Yeah, it blows my mind too. Like being, like a 3D artist too. Like the amount of geometry that's in it too that you can kind of like get away with nowadays.
Because Nikita,
That's,
if you didn't know, Sequisha is actually a developer. He's actually made quite a few games.
I know. This is kind of cool to have somebody who understands the processes,
Oh yeah.
not just like consume the product that we make.
They can dissect it, taste
Yes.
the fine,
Fix
the
your
mix
netcode.
of fix
Fix
the
the game.
netcode, fix game.
Fix your handles. Fix your glowing reticle on the EOTech. Fix.
What is that on the front of that?
Is that a rail? What is
grip.
that? Yeah.
I think it's just a portion of the grip for you to grab on. It has friction for your finger.
Yeah, it's a grip. It's another grip.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Ooh.
I do have a question about the previous. Oh, yeah, I don't want to stage this. That's pretty dope looking.
Yeah. Is that like a Russian bayonet?
Yes,
I like it.
it's an SAK bayonet. We will use it as a melee weapon. But if you ask us really how to say it, strong, we will add it as a bayonet.
Ooh, so we can actually stab the hatchlings in the face.
We had a stupid idea, like you have the stance with your weapon, then you just need to sprint.
Just sprint at them.
That was going to be my next question. Are we going to be allowed to like cock it back and charge and then release it and stab?
Maybe we do this. Maybe we not. We don't like. I don't know. Yeah. So we have an idea to make it real and funny, but with all the mechanics that we are like, moving around and breaking the glasses everywhere.
Yeah,
If you have the, sorry, go ahead.
Imagine things that you in the raid with your partner, and you with the attached bayonet trying to make a move and cut his throat.
I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead and move.
You could almost replace the like if you have a bayonet attached, you know, the alt W thing where you aim your gun down. Maybe you could have that like just literally just do like a little almost like a swing animation for it or something. If you
or
know,
maybe
just a little downward stab into him or something. I don't know.
Or maybe if you because we already have the melee weapon. When you press V, it pulls your melee weapon out. Maybe if you have a bayonet attached, you just press V. He does a thrust instead. It'll just take priority over the.
You guys are thinking
hatchet.
small time. I want to tape this to my SKS and throw it like a spear at somebody.
I'm out of ammo. Hey-ya.
And we need to have this taunt like Suka, and with this charge.
as you charge, yes.
Yeah. Oh, a scav bayonet charge, dude. Scav bayonet charge. That would be frightening.
Dicky needles. He just starts stabbing.
Don't we already have this grip here in the game? I'll wait for the delay to catch up.
Oh, we already have that, don't we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do.
It's another one.
It looks a little
Another
different.
one.
Oh, it's another variant. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving
It's
on.
like, moving on.
What is this for? Is that an M4? Wait,
We don't know. We don't know yet.
that looks like something for like a Magnum or something. I don't know. Maybe.
It's ergonomic grip. Ergo grip. It's Ergo Grip.
Okay.
This is Ergo Grip
Ergo.
for your M4.
Okay.
Please move along.
Oh, nice M4 charging handle. This looks cool. Look at the textures on that.
It's so bumpy.
Charging handle.
Nice.
Nothing to add. Like we have 5 or 6 different charging handles to go, and we also have a really cool addition in the future updates called Elite modifications.
Ooh, elite modifications.
Elite.
Okay.
These modifications are pure, how Kotton says, sex.
Sex.
Pure
Suck the feet.
Sex.
pure sex. So like your M4, because really there is a lot of things like elite things like parts for M4. You will be like it will look really like fancy. So
Here we have a new sight.
yeah, it's a 6-hour Romeo 4 red dot sight.
So it's like an aim point.
Yes, it's like a T1 or H1 aim point.
T1. Okay. Cool. Looks good. I love the text. Like whoever does your textures, man, they get down to the fine little details and like the little scratches and stuff. And that's what I love. You guys are always about the small details.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the hard surface is second to none. You guys pretty much have the best looking guns in any games right now, for sure.
The games in EFT is the heart of EFT.
Absolutely.
Like the weapons, and all the to what happened?
Oh, I was just turning the music down just a little bit.
Okay. Fancy.
Fancy.
Yeah. So cool. Like remember this foregrip with the skulls and things.
Mhm.
I'm trying not to make bad words on Twitch.
Oh, you're fine as long as you know you can say
Okay.
say fucking stuff.
Uh,
That's fine.
Yeah, so this is the first part of this fancy schmancy additions, like elite parts.
Okay.
And if you like say more about this, like the weapon that you will create, you will be able to create with these new elite mods. You will definitely not want to lose it. You will definitely will not.
Well, I'm
Like,
assuming these will
this
have
is
very
the-
high stats.
Yeah, not like this, but I will tell you more about this later.
Okay. Moving on. It's
It will have an ability to check like the enemies beyond the walls.
Oh, like a heart sensor and stuff like that. That'd be awesome.
Do you mean like the scabs?
For a limited price.
That was terrifying.
I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. There will be
I was to say,
like-
please no wall hacks. Please no.
there will be no such things, and there will be no microtransactions.
Yeah, that's better.
Mhm.
I was
it's-
gonna say,
it's-
I feel like games like Rainbow Six Siege lost some of their tactical value when you have characters that can wall hack like Jekyll, Caveira, Pulse.
Mhm.
It kind of takes away from the game a little bit. So please
Well,
don't-
Pulse isn't nearly as bad. He
Pulse
was
ain't
the
bad.
original.
Yeah. Pulse isn't bad, but like Caveira, like come on, what?
Yeah.
I'm just saying it will be more about some really high ergonomics pieces of modifications and really fancy looking
Cool.
stuff.
Okay.
Well, I don't think any of this is game breaking either. People were tripping out about the infrared scope, and that really died out quick
Oh,
because
yeah.
Yeah,
it's really expensive too.
Right.
You don't really want to use it. You don't want to risk it. And even when you have it, it's not like it's game breaking. You know?
Absolutely. So that is it for our first set of leaks, guys. Don't worry, we have 4 more folders to go through, full of pictures, and we actually have one section that we'll probably put near the end of the stream, which is a little leaks for you guys to kind of guess. We're not really going to tell you what they are, but we're going to kind of let you guys kind of try and figure out what these things are. So I think now that we've shown off the leaks, we should probably get into our first portion of the discussions subjects of the podcast, and that first part. It's kind of broken up into 3 different areas. And one hot topic that, people are very on about is hatchlings, rare loot, and keys. And especially like the Kiba key. People really want to know about the Kiba key, the Kiba gun store with all the cool loot and stuff like that. So hatchlings, hatchet players. Nikita, didn't you tell me in the past this was something like people running around with hatchets wasn't really something that you guys ever anticipated happening? Is this true?
kinda. From the scratch, like when was the time, like the game was only in the plans and the design documentation. I thought about the diversity of upcoming player base. Like there will be rats, there will be like roamers, there will be attackers and stuff. Like depends on different kinds of styles of the game. And there was a the type of players called in Russian bomzhi, like the bums, bum player, and it was this like early representation of upcoming hatchlings.
Yeah.
The bum players.
The
that,
bums.
that
I don't necessarily think it's even like the hatchet's fault, because if it's not the hatchet, it's going to be the next cheapest item, like a
Yeah.
Makarov,
Yep.
or this is going to be an everlasting problem. And I really think that once you guys get scabs more optimized and there's just more scabs in high loot areas, I don't think hatchlings will be nearly a
I
problem.
totally agree.
Maybe if they're questing, but I don't think that it's going to be bad anymore with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with people upset about hatchlings is the fact that they can get to the high tier loot faster than other people.
Mhm.
That's the only real problem.
I
Like,
agree.
I've never encountered or been zerged down by hatchlings and not enjoyed the experience, even if they killed me, because it's fun shooting at them. And it's like silly because they're running around all wonky
I
or
was
whatever.
I was watching you yesterday stream. You was on the top of the car, like how
Rafters?
call it? Like no on in the factory on the administration office there is a
Oh yeah, the filing cabinets, right?
yes filing cabinet.
Mhm.
You were sitting over there with a shotgun.
They'd
waiting
open
for
the
that.
door and then I close the door. The next
Yes,
one would
yes.
come in 2 minutes later.
Yes.
They all want that Bitcoin and that
Yeah,
syrup.
they want it.
They want it.
I mean, and it
The
would,
overall idea of the hatchlings, it's not real. It's more real when you jump off the roof of a resort. Yes,
while
yes.
taking painkillers at the same time on the way down.
Yes, yes. I saw this clip. I was pretty mad, you know.
That was a
Like,
good clip.
It was funny. I've done that before. I remember I've jumped off the roof in that doorway where there's like the
Well-
weapon lockers and like killed 3 guys just because I jumped off
Well,
the
I
roof.
mean, Nikita, the biggest fix for that is, let's say after maybe 2 stories, 3 at most, you die from that height, like a spinal fracture or like
Yes.
something, you know,
I
like
was
something like
checking.
that. Just
Yeah, I checked this with the programmers, with the engineers, and they say to me like, "You can't die right now. You can drop from. Okay, you just need to take some painkillers, and that's it. And you're free
Yeah.
to go."
No, you need
Yeah.
to get a wheelchair from therapists and put it in your pilgrim.
Like, hey man, what you doing on EFT? I broke my bones and I'm sitting in a wheelchair at in my hideout, and life is really depressing right now. I don't know what to do. Like, yeah, like in Morrowind, you got the disease called corpusarium, like you're walking zombie.
oh
there's, like-
yeah, hemophilic poor something. It's some kind of vampire thing, right? The zombie
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, and it was kind of persistent thing, and it was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it was cool. Like,
Mhm.
I took like the ideas. I remember them, and
Yeah.
maybe
You just got to add a little
sometime-
bit of gravity there, because you're right. I don't think you can die. There's been times where when we could still climb Sniper Mountain. I think you still can, but you can jump off that and survive. You'll black your legs, but you won't die.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people want to see is death. you
Yeah,
know?
absolutely. You know, anything to just add to the realism of the game.
Yeah.
The hatchlings and realism. Like, I like hatchlings. It's kind of unique gameplay mode. Like, when I saw this
Oh,
clip
yeah.
with this like the zombie invasion in the shopping mall, it was really cool. Actually, it like, of course, it's not like realistic in terms of modern like combat situations, but in terms of fun, it's pretty cool that you can be attacked with a swarm of hatchlings.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like, of course, it's not cool. Like, it's like,
I will say though, it has gotten harder. You think back 6 months ago how easy it was to be a hatchling, sneak up on a
Yep.
scab, hit him in the head, take his gear. That scab is going to destroy you
Yeah.
now. So it's gotten a bit harder to be a hatchling, but it's still possible.
I mean, I think the thing that players like most about being a hatchet is that they like going in with nothing, absolutely nothing,
And
and then
out a
coming
hero,
out with a
yeah.
bunch of stuff, and that's a great experience.
It's not even about
Yeah.
the money. I've seen people with a stash full of Bitcoins doing hatchet runs because of the rush. You
Yeah.
start with nothing and then you're a rock
maybe
star, you know?
maybe this is the influence of a battle royale.
I can see it.
You're-
Yeah.
Yeah, you start from the scratch, and you just want to play, like, you just want to get like a really fast game without nothing, just to make some gear. Like, maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
But then there's also the opposite side of the spectrum, true. And this is some of my personal feelings about it. Like, say I go into a raid on factory and I bring in a shotgun or I bring in some gear,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I go in
You know-
and there's nothing but 5 other hatchlings there, and I just kill them all, and I'm like, yay, sweet.
Well,
know,
now,
sweet
now
PvP,
it's
you know?
dog tag money.
Yeah, it's
so
dog tag
light-
money, so you have
lightens
something
that
to
blow.
gain.
I think, Klean, I think you need to show people to folder 5
Folder 5.
folder 5 new melee weapons.
Okay.
Show them.
Very aware. I will show them
Show
the new.
them.
Oh my goodness!
Yay.
It's like Team Fortress all over again. I love it. I'm gonna be using that for sure. I like this.
Waiting on
People-
that Twitch delay. Klean gets to react before us.
It's so exciting.
People saying in the chat,
Oh, finally, a shovel.
Nikita is either drunk or high.
Man,
Oh,
No, I'm not
it's
drunk.
it's like
I'm not
2
drunk.
a.m. in the morning. Nikita, don't worry about chat. Ignore
yeah,
them.
ignore them. They're like,
It's like 2 a.m.
yeah.
in Russia. Don't worry about him.
It's not like something.
he's just
another-
caffeinated.
Опять Никита вешает лапшу людям на уши. Да пошел ты! Пошел ты!
I don't know what's
Yes.
happening right now. I'm
Duh.
Some of
scared.
the
Duh.
some of the guys said that, like, I'm bullshitting you guys. Like,
No,
I'm telling lies.
you have to ignore chat. Also, chat, can we? I want to take a moment just to calm chat down. VoIP is in the works, guys. Like we tell you every podcast. So
Yeah.
screaming about it does nothing.
Yeah.
And everybody spamming for the strength reset. Come on, guys.
I
Give it
don't-
a week or two. Your strength
Yeah.
will be there too. Just use your hatchets and grenades. You're there.
A lot of people who want strength reset too, it's not actually like you can't do that. You have to do a full global wipe in order to reset everybody's skill. We can't just go in and take down everybody's strength. It doesn't work like that. So, the guys who did boost their strength and got that, well, hey, good for you.
Guys,
You exploited the
There's
game.
not even that
Guys,
many of them.
yeah.
I wouldn't worry
Yeah,
about it.
it's not a big deal.
First of all, I must pinpoint this. There will be no battle royale mode in EFT. No battle royale mode in EFT. We don't give a beep, and we
We were
so
promised
you can say fuck.
Nikita's Battlegrounds, okay? We were
Nikita's
promised.
Battlegrounds.
yeah, there is a cool picture. Nikita's Battlegrounds. Yeah, and the second thing.
And no, we will not give you strength training back. No.
Oh yeah, about we will reset the strength maybe tomorrow. So
Oh, well,
don't-
okay, there we go. Never mind.
Oh, whoa, there you go.
So you can do
Yeah,
it then.
Yeah, see, like I think people have the wrong idea too, because like anyone that did the strength training, they don't have the endurance. They didn't get endurance from that,
Yeah.
and that is one of the biggest things. Like even if you've got your speed, like if I'm not mistaken, when you move faster, doesn't it deplete your stamina a little bit faster too?
Yeah, it's based on like the distance you travel, I believe.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
how it's
so-
calculated. Yeah.
So I mean, those people are still running out of stamina super quick, even if they do have like
Even after like 2 or 3 jumps, they're done. Yeah, they're
yeah.
winded.
The hatchling, all this hatchling situation will be balanced, will be fixed. Like we need more content, we need more like the activities, and we will see. Like the next time, the next big update, we will make like additions to the melee weapons, and we'll see. We'll see.
What is that
All I
out there?
can.
a
This is
2X?
this is a Hollow Sun red dot. It's red dot. Another red dot. That's cheap. That's a cheap one. Yes, this is my favorite.
Oh, it's a new knife.
I like
There you
that.
go.
It's not knife. It's a tactical sword.
Oh
like,
my-
Man,
he's
whatever.
big.
How big is
like
it?
this.
Oh my
like
I call
god.
this I call this a shank where I come from.
Where's the
okay? This
katana
thing's
for the
tiny.
weebs?
that's a,
Katana
it's a
is
two-hand
just-
handle, right? That's a much larger one.
Like you can wield it with your two hands, but it's like half of a meter long, maybe more.
Oh wow, that's like a power assist. Yeah, that's like cutting people in half.
It's
Uh-oh.
called M1 tactical sword. Like
Whoa.
Nikita, kind of going back to strength real quick though. I did see somebody in the chat say I spent like 2 million on grenades, the power level strength yesterday. If it gets wiped, I demanded a refund. So it seems like people can still strength train if they just throw
Well,
grenades.
yeah, everybody knows that. You
Yeah.
can level it through hatchet fights and throwing grenades. I mean, I don't think we need to pander to every person
No.
in here who's like, oh my God, I cheated my strength. Well, not cheated, but I farmed my strength skill up and now I want to be reimbursed. Like, you'll get that money back in a day or two.
Yeah.
Use your high level strength.
Yeah,
okay?
use
your
it.
strength to get
Yeah,
it back.
use that speed to sprint over to the marked room.
Yeah. Go sprint. Exactly.
Yeah.
Use that strength. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
guys, of course, some of you are trying to grind this levels of strength of a strength. I can pronounce this word correctly. And of course, I can feel your pain that it will not cool, that you will lose your progression. But it's beta testing stuff is going on. We need to
Yeah, this is
balance
still
things
beta. People
out. So
forget.
don't be so like
Yeah.
clean. Don't be so
Edgy?
Childish.
angry, edgy.
But
Itchy.
Nikita, I stuffed my backpack full of buckshot and jumped around for 5 hours like an asshole.
Please, I need refund. I will find you and I will kill you.
Nah,
Guys,
but I don't think that we need to worry about that. People often forget this is still beta. It's
Yeah.
testing. This is what this is for. This
Yep.
is not a AAA game. This is not complete. So I think people often forget that, like,
Yeah.
a little too often.
And not only
actually.
that, everything's gonna get wiped again anyway. It's
I mean,
the progress
think
is
about,
yeah.
Think about how good this update was. Imagine the next one and the one after that. It's just gonna keep getting better, you know.
For those of you guys wondering what suppressor this is a Slavlo 12 by Silencer Co. You'll be able to put this on shotguns, Saigas, Remington 870, maybe the 133 and the 153 if it has the correct mounting system. This is a 12 gauge
Oh,
suppressor.
no way.
This is a 12 gauge suppressor.
That's gonna be a factory killer right there.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Thoop. Just fucking quiet
Yeah,
and
you just need to hear that boom potato gun sound.
All right, moving on to the next. Oh, Jesus. That Glock 18.
Oh yeah, Glock 18. Right now, our weapons specialist Vlad, like in this, like in a some kind of movie. Vlad, the weapons specialist.
Vlad the AK dev.
Yeah.
So that's the
So,
full auto one, right?
Yeah, it's a
yes, there's a
selector
whole
switch.
lot of.
Yeah, that's
We tried to search the modification parts on this particular Glock, and we discovered that this Glock 18, like it was made in really low amounts. Like there's not so many Glock 18s in the world, and it led to the situation that there is no attachments to it at all. You can attach a silencer to it because he had a open style the barrel, like compensated barrel. So the silencer attachments are not working with this gun. So it's just a full auto Glock for fun.
I like it. I like it. Can't wait to
Good.
use it. It's kind of like that APS. The APS can't be modified, but then you have the APB with the buttstock and suppressor, but it's designed for
that
that.
APS is scary though. That recoil, I don't know
Yeah.
about that thing. That thing's scary.
It's nice. Like if you get, I mean, it's not for running and gun. I mean, it is. I don't know. It can be for running and gunning as long as you're like right on target at the beginning and you're ready to pull that mouse back as soon as you go hammer down. Like,
Yep.
yeah, you can get lucky.
So, speaking about the APS, I think this will actually tie well into our next talking point, and that is, in a sense, kind of talking about rebalancing the weapon prices at the traders and their value based off of their performance rather than their rarity or their uniqueness. So, like, say the APS used to be 7K, we upped the price to about 19K now, but people argue with the fact that the APS is a 9x18 pistol. Yes, it's full automatic. It has a lot of recoil, but it's the worst caliber in the game, 9x18. But then you combine AK-74U with a 30-round mag, which is a rifle style caliber. It's just a better weapon, but they're the same price. And so I want to talk to you guys about what you all think about making and possibly changing how the weapons are priced at the traders in like a tier of, like, say, pistols, SMG or pistols, shotguns, SMGs, and then carbines like civilian rifles like the Vepr, SKS.
Yeah, that actually
kinda
is a
going
bit
up.
of an issue when you weigh like the current Glock cost versus, like you said, little AK-7U. The U is going to win every time.
Yep.
You know, so there definitely needs to be a rebalance there with pricing. There is some kind of an offset right now.
Right. Sequisha, how do you feel about it?
Well, the 74U isn't. I don't know. I haven't found as much of a use for it because of the B18 not being available till skier level 3. So I've had to use the B12
Mhm.
handguard mount for the front sight, which it feels like a lot more difficult to control. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, as far as some of the pistol prices, is that mainly what you're talking about, balancing that between a fully auto rifle?
Yeah,
I
pretty
guess?
much. Because I mean, if you compare
Yeah.
side by side, 9x18 full auto APS, and then an AK-74U, if those two guys fight each other, say maybe at 50 meters, the guy with the AK, if he's obviously the better shot, is going to win.
Oh, right.
But if the guy lands a headshot, he wins, right? But it's more like just kind of balancing out the economy, and I feel like this would help a lot of newer players too, and alleviate the hatchet issue a lot of people have, because why would they spend 20 grand on a pistol when they could get the AK, or like basically making handguns and
Exactly.
smaller tier weapons more readily available for players, because whether you guys like it or not, like if you go into a raid with a gun, your chances of survival are increased than not having a gun, because you can, with a hatchet, you got to get close to somebody to kill him, whereas with a pistol, you can be at a distance and shoot him.
Right. Well, maybe if some of those pistols, because the price, like the buy price, has a lot to do with the sell price too, right?
Right.
Or do you guys set them individually, Nikita? Are they based off of one another, or?
They're based on yeah.
Okay, well, maybe if they're more available, like on scavs, for instance, some of these nicer pistols,
Yeah.
so people could find them rather than having to purchase, maybe.
Yeah, because we have a plan to add more types of NPCs, like PvE characters, like not only scavs, but also the scav bosses, the scav gods, elite scavs, scavenger scavs, scavs bombs, scavs, scav. Kotton, you must help me.
Different types of
what were we talking
scavs.
about?
Different
Like
types of
scav
scavs.
bosses and stuff like that you're talking about, or like faction scavs?
like many
Like variants of scabs, like different
and
kinds.
I failed. Yeah, variants of scabs, like also be like UN forces, Russian military
Yeah,
forces.
that's what you've talked about before, having different
Yeah,
factions of
and
scabs that are higher geared. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Okay.
yeah, and they will have the different types of new gear.
But I
also,
think that there still needs to be a pass at the pricing, because not even with the pistols, think about like why would you buy an MP5 versus an SKS?
Exactly.
The SKS's lethality is 20 times, and it's like
But
a fraction of the price.
SKS is a cool weapon, but when it comes to take action in close quarters,
Mhm.
MP5 is better, I think.
It's smaller. It has a faster fire rate, which I can agree with. But I mean, the difference in the caliber is kind of one of those things. And I think the kind of tricky thing about this is like, like SMG versus an SKS. Like, yeah, the SKS is going to win in.
I'm
the
just
longer
talking about in
engagements,
terms of just raw pricing and
Right.
killing power. I mean, we've all done factory SKS runs. We
Yeah.
know we can sling it down a hallway. So for the elements of balance, it's like, why would you buy an MP5 over an AK or something higher caliber? Because 9mm right now is not in a good place. It's not. Any kind of armor will stop 9mm right now. I don't care what it is. But thank God for the face hit box. I
Yeah,
guess,
seriously.
too.
Being able to get a good burst right in somebody's
But yeah,
chin.
9mm and like the TT ammo, that's pretty much don't use it unless they're unarmored. Things like that.
Right.
Yeah, so we will do the price rebalance. Okay.
I mean, we're not saying now.
Yeah,
we're just
we don't
saying
have to do it now.
something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something to think about.
yeah. It's good because I personally hope for the auto balancing thing that
Yeah.
will come
Well,
with
I'm just thinking like
Recfire.
like you don't really see people using like MPXs, for example. When's the last time any of you have seen an MPX?
I've rarely.
And
I found them a couple times.
it would actually be cool to see those guns more
Yeah.
in the game. But again, versus some of these higher caliber, cheaper weapons like the Vepr 136, that is like the god tier starter weapon.
It
There's no
is.
reason to use anything else,
And somebody in the chat actually proved a good point. He says one of the reasons why, say SMGs and pistols and 9mm aren't good is because of armor, but that is realistic. If you're wearing like a level 3 AA plate, 9mm, you can shoot that all day. You're not going to cut through it, even if you have the best AP kind of 9mm.
I just don't like the whole realism argument because we are playing a game.
That I understand, but what basically he said was make armor a little bit more rare. Make it a little bit less uncommon.
That's what I think we need to do. A lot of stuff needs to be more rare or just barter,
Right.
actually. Like the bartering I like.
Yeah, me too.
Like I wouldn't even mind bartering for suppressors only, just because there's so many and they don't promote PvP. They promote confusion. They're too quiet,
I mean, this patch has been pretty good about that. Like, I mean, just think about people searching for 3M armor,
Yeah.
And
Well, it also helps now that things like suppressors are locked behind the quest walls.
Yeah.
That helps a lot. That's tremendous help.
In my opinion, I'd like to see, pistol shotgun suppressors. You could buy those, but all like the rifle caliber suppressors, those should be like barter only for maybe like you could make it something inconvenient, like 2 car batteries. So like, hey, if you find a car battery in a raid, it's heavy and it takes up a lot of space. So maybe if you find something else, but you're like, this car battery is going to get me the suppressor I want. You could, and that actually complements the loot economy because certain items that normally would hold no value are now valuable, like spark plugs or Tushanka or.
Okay. I see a point. It's totally okay to have some manual balancing, to make the guns like maybe we just like make them appear more often in the loot tables, like just to have a test, like people will find them on different spots, like the free guns.
Well, maybe do similar to how you did with the ammo chart. I liked how you gave every ammo like a meta score. Maybe give every gun a meta score and then decide
that will be
how effective it is.
Really hard to do because the gun has a lot of options, a lot of parameters.
That's true too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of modifications. I know there's a lot to take in. Yeah.
Also, chat about the car batteries. I was literally just using that as an example. I wasn't like saying like, yes, this should be a thing. It was just an example. All right. So
Klean,
okay,
there's another reputation thing about you, like all limitations in the game in terms of items and the variety and the locked things and debuffs and nerfs comes with your thoughts, like you're not happy with something and the next day, the armor got nerfed, the gun got nerfed, and stuff. This is not true.
Stop listening to Klean.
Yeah.
Then,
Not true.
okay? That's yeah.
And don't listen to me. I don't know nothing. I should be fired.
No.
Klean-
I think it's good that you guys take a note from the streams and everything. You see how the stuff's performing, because I know that in-house it can be a bit different too. You're dealing with people who built the game that are testing it. They're going to have a different perspective versus us who have no idea how to be a developer. We're just telling you, fix it. Like it. I think it helps.
Anyway, there is the big amounts of tweaks that we can do to all of this, and we just need to listen you more, the community. And there was a Reddit picture when it the first one, the people bitching about delayed updates. It was like the picture, they stand down near the BSG office with the transparency and stuff. The delayed, some fixed, fire clean and stuff.
Me getting crucified on Reddit.
Yeah. And as I remember, I said that I was saying the patch delayed. Oh shit, come on. And the next picture, the patch is released and everything are super happy. They have us thrown up with the rainbows. The game is beautiful. Thank God. God.
You got to take it with a grain of salt. Of course, when people want something, they're going to complain,
Yeah, and one of this on the guys in the picture said, how exactly we ended up in this situation again? The same. We was bitching. They do everything right. And we on the same position. We know what to do. We'll do it for sure. We'll do our best. We know how to do it. With your help, we can do it better. The game will be perfect. It will be classic. Come on, people.
Sequisha, I think that's actually part of the overlay. It's not your camera. I'll have my
I know.
artist guy fix that. That's weird.
He was trying to clean it.
Yeah,
You.
I was looking. I was like, what the? All right.
It's like the fucking Colpack.
The Copac. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
it's the new.
Yeah,
It's the new
those
visor
face
overlay.
shields, those things are dirty, man.
Yeah. It would be nice to kind of clean the visors up just a little bit, just at least maybe in the center, so they're not so scratched up, because I know some people don't like I mean, I like the visors, I like them. I think they could be just a little bit more clear, just a tiny bit.
I did this. You can blame me. I did this because the helmets and the visors was too OP. In the tests, it was true juggernauts with the face shield on, and I decided we need to make the glass more dirty, and I think I over
Dirtied it.
Over dirty.
dirted.
It looks
Yes.
like you ran it over with a car.
Just
you know?
sandpaper on the front of the visor, Peacekeeper's over here. Oh, you want this visor, huh? Just
I
hold
mean,
on a
I
second.
like the idea of it. I mean, as a streamer, I hate it. I hate now that visors obstruct our view and the helmets muffle audio, but I get it for the realism effect, and it is a really neat
It's a
thing,
balancing thing.
Yeah.
I read a cool idea to apply wipe or not wipe.
Maybe able to clean visor if you have clean
Clean-
wiper.
Yeah.
You're just hold on a
Wipe.
second.
Maybe in combat, yeah. Your mag reloading and washing your
Yeah.
visor. Please, no.
It would be cool to have
Well,
some Metro effects though, where you could wipe the visor off with your hand, kind of like in Metro. I really did love that effect in that game.
Maybe, who knows? There's a lots of things to do, shit ton of features,
Shit ton
The
of
list is-
fishes, fixes,
shit ton of
Fix-
features.
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 Oh, okay.
Features. Features.
Fishes.
Features.
Fishes. Soon TM and Tarkov chat.
I'm not English. It's so
would be cool. That's it's a totally different.
fishing. Okay, bears. Okay, we need to take on the next point. Fishing and the bear shaving.
And the bear
Bear
shaving.
shaving.
Bear shaving is important, yes.
Okay. How sharp does the knife need to be to cut the bear's beard? Because I know it's like steel, so you're gonna need a pretty sharp knife, I imagine.
Just like mag reloads give you a sharpening stone.
And it's like,
All right, never mind.
Moving on. All right, let's go ahead and move on to another talking point here. Keys. Keys is a really hot topic right now. People want to know about the key by key. People, hatchet farmers going to the marked room and stuff like that. Nikita, could you talk about the planned feature of key durability a bit? Because I know people are curious about this, and a lot of people don't like the idea. I'll tell you that right now. I know a lot of people do not like the idea of key durability because they feel like it's unrealistic and having to
I wouldn't
refarm the
mind
keys.
if we had lock picking. Lock picking would soften the blow.
Yep.
For the several hours. Realism. Like, what you doing?
Come on.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody just waiting for someone to like finally, after half an hour of jiggling with the lock, and they finally hear it go click, and then they blow the hatchlings.
Okay,
But-
so the key durability feature, the idea is that the doors locks will have like a quality of some kind, or not quality, but difficulty of the lock, and the key will have its own durability. Like, you will not be able to use the key very often, and for the typical keys, like a typical normal keys, obvious keys, I don't know how to say it, it will be like it will be okay to use them like for 100 times or 200 times. It's okay, but the special keys will be like not so strong enough to have this like 3 or 4 openings.
Are you gonna nerf my factory key that I haven't found yet? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I found mine yesterday.
I'm
Felt
afraid
nice.
so.
Look
I'm
at you.
afraid so. Damn.
Also, we have like a lot of different kind of models, and it will also depend on this.
Speaking of factory key, Nick, what would you think about possibly opening up one of the exits in factory, just one of them, so that people can have another option to extract? Because like right now, a big issue is that people do camp the extract a lot. Maybe just like open up one of the different exits on the map.
That's okay. We can do this. No problem. We
Awesome.
can do this.
Yeah, because I think that
But
would
also,
go ahead. Sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
yeah, I understand the whole situation with the exit on factory, but about the key durability, more like the key by key, we got rid of it because like it was not supposed that you will find this key for now, like right now, and we placed all the fancy weapons over there with a chance of spawn like 100%, just to show just to showcase all the cool
You're
stuff.
saying that you
in
meant
this
to
shop.
take it out before the patch.
So you
went
wanted to
live.
mouth
Yeah.
breathe on the windows and be like, "Oh my god, the cool
Yes,
stuff in there," but they can't actually. But then they
Yeah,
could
the
The
actually
first
find
time
the
I
key.
walked by it, there were 2 RSASs, a
It's like, oh my
DVL, and
God.
2 AKs that were like fully modded. And I was like, what room is this? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now, we still have a chances of these weapons, like the spawn chance of the weapon, they are lowered significantly.
Mm-hmm.
About the key is off the charts. The key is off the loot tables right now because there will be 2 keys. Because there are 2 doors in this kind of door, like 2 doors. There will be 2 keys, and also we plan to add a specific key card thing.
yeah, I was gonna ask about.
Is that going to
key
be like the
cards.
Terror
What is
Group
the
loot
deal with that?
stash?
Yes, it will be single use special card. You'll need to.
So you're saying we're going to need to find the key that will open up
That's
one
gonna fetch a
door,
hefty
and
price
then
if
we're going to
it's
have to
You'll
use the
need to
key
find
card.
the 2 keys.
Okay, I like that.
You need to find the 2 keys, 2 mechanical keys, and the single-use Terror Group card.
To be honest, Nick, I honestly think like the idea of the Terror Group loot stashes with like single-use key cards is honestly a little bit more interesting than key durability. Personally, I mean,
Yeah,
I like the idea of just like rare one-time loots. Like so, like you go in there and you wouldn't go there as a hatchling because it's a one-time loot. If you die, you lose all of that. So you probably want to prep with a squad. You want to go in there, make sure you have security so you guys can go in and get the loot. It's a lot of risk, but the risk meets the reward because when you go in there, like there's gonna be guns, there's gonna be attachments, there's gonna be all this good stuff. You know what I mean?
There's also we are thinking about this cool feature of alarm sound.
Yes, that would be cool. So that way it becomes an event. Now, I would imagine that kind of being like one of the first you know,
That'd be like a PvP event,
yeah,
almost like an
pretty much.
airdrop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as soon,
that would pull in everybody.
yeah, somebody hears the alarm, everybody's going to be going there. So that way, you definitely need to make sure that you have people there to watch your back.
Those hatchets will be like,
Yeah,
they're ready.
Guys are freaking out about the key durability in the chat. Don't worry, guys. Everything will be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Hey, if you want to talk about something that could potentially trigger chat, we were talking about a couple days ago the idea. I know people have brought it up on Reddit before or whatnot, but I think it would solve the hatchling, problem. But considering the idea that you not being able to put anything into your secure storage, your gamma container, unless you're outside of a raid. Like you could pull things out of it, you might be able to use keys out of it, but if you found a new key or whatever, not being able to put it in there, and you had to extract with it first. I don't know, it was an interesting thing. The people were on either side of the fence about it.
that is an interesting idea, because
It's a kind of limit. Another set of limitation to a poor souls, to a poor hatchling.
there's a poor
I see.
hatchlings. I mean,
Yeah,
they've already gotten
'cause,
nerfed
like,
pretty heavily already. They do less damage and they're slower.
Well, that's the thing. My fear with nerfing the secure containers is you're going to make more hatchlings because they're gonna want to farm more. They're gonna lose those bitcoins trying to extract.
Yeah,
You're kind of breeding more hatchlings. I
Yeah.
really don't like the idea.
Well, the only real negative I see from that is it would potentially create more extract camping. That's about the main
that's true.
downside, though.
You know, the hatchling comes there, he found the Bitcoin, you kill him, and oh hey, the Bitcoin is pocket because he couldn't
Well,
put it in his container.
it's just an interesting thing to think about, because a lot of the people that complain about hatchlings all the time, oh my God, the hatchling epidemic. Those are the same people that say, no, you can't do that to the gamma containers. It's the same people complaining about that.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of interesting.
Well,
to
what
bring up.
about instead of not being able to put an item in your secure container, but what about like a delay in accessing the container? So say you find a Bitcoin, it takes like 5 or 10 seconds because it's your secured container, nobody can access it, but it's like it's keystered somewhere, so it takes some time to put your item in there, right? So maybe add like a little bit of a delay from accessing and putting items into your container.
We plan to add it, like the delays in interaction with your inventory. We plan to put on these delays on this, like different types of interaction.
So like vest to
it's
backpack,
a thing.
backpack to best.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a thing. Like we plan to do it not like this patch, but it will definitely be a thing.
So that was already a planned feature then.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Like everything is planned already.
Chat is so back and forth. A lot of people are like yes, and a lot of people are like no, and yes and no. So
Now fight.
fight. Let's get a straw poll up. Let's see who will win.
Have you guys ever thought about where they keep the gamma container?
This is true. That's what I was saying. It's a mystery.
Oh.
We don't talk about this. This is no personal questions, please.
Like you found a dead body. Where is the container?
Where's the
Come on.
gamma? Glove up, new guy. Glove up. Come on.
get the
All
pliers.
right, so what do we got next now?
Maybe we should show something.
Yeah, let's show off some new stuff. I think there's some good
Show them the video. Show them the video.
the video.
Come on.
We will show them the video.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, guys. So what we're about to show off here is one of the new scav bosses. Nikita, can you tell me what his name is again?
Oh,
His name is in Russian Rishala. In English, like
Rishala.
dealmaker.
Rochelle.
Dealmaker. Rishala. Yeah.
Deal
The
maker?
people. Yeah. The guy who makes the deal come true.
He
Like.
looks fucking cool.
uh,
Leather jacket. Like it.
should call
It's a
him
different-
the Nikita Terminator. I see that one. Oh, look at him. That is definitely Nikita. Look at him.
He's got that. He got that evil smirk, man.
He's a monster.
Looks
He's
evil.
like, I'm coming for your gamma container, kid.
Nikita, could you talk about his special abilities a little bit?
Yeah, so every single scav boss will have its own unique abilities and have its own unique place on the map. Like this guy will be on the customs location. It will roam around the dorm buildings and a gas station. This guy is pretty like cool guy. He will have his own like gods. These gods will be a specific type of AI. They will be more rough, have more advanced weapon, and most of all, they will do cool things. I don't think I should tell about them more. You will see, like he will like this guy has like a really strong.
Can we expect him to be armored, or
so-
is he just naturally strong?
This guy will not be armored. He will be just a little like tweaked in terms of HP, like in terms of
Okay,
health.
that's what I thought.
What
yeah.
about his accuracy
you-
as well? Like, will he be able to
He
land
will
a shot?
be. He will try to get in cover because he's without any helmet. He will be able to get the shot in his head, so you will be able to kill him. No, this like division bullshit when I need to make the like
Yeah,
10,
lots of
lots of headshots.
Yeah.
to,
Yeah,
to,
N-
to knock
No
him
bullet
down.
sponging. Okay.
It'll be his
And I think
intelligence
he-
that makes him difficult.
So you're saying
Yes.
that. So you're saying that because he's the VIP, he's going to try to duck the cover while his guards lay cover fire.
Yes,
What is it?
he's,
What
he's,
is in his hand? Is that a grenade?
It looks like an
Oh,
Oh
AK.
no, that's a thumb ring. Oh, that's what that is. I was like, what the hell is that?
He will try to get to you with the help of his guards. His guards, like the special forces of scavengers, they will make your life better. They will make your life worse, actually.
Debated.
Yeah, so there is also be such cool thing as a scav stash. He will guard it. You'll need to take it from him. The scav stash contains a lot of cool things. I will tell you more about this later.
Will he have any like unique items or keys that spawn on his person?
Yes, he will have unique items. Yes,
Very well.
He's going to
And,
have those key cards you watch.
Yeah, the key
and I
cards that you
think
want.
this like he will have a unique weapon. This particular guy, but I don't think I added it to our showcase.
Is it in one of the screenshots you sent me?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I will there will be more leaks. I will
No,
show you.
more
So,
leaks.
we also really want to get an audio, like the new voice lines for this guy. We don't have it right now, but we'll definitely record some new voice lines like "Чё, блядь, там, ты там," as you like.
Yeah. So speaking
да,
of voice lines, real quick though, is there any chance that we'll ever get like subtitles, for
Yes,
scavs
yes,
and
it's
bears and stuff like that?
That
It's
would
planned.
actually
It's
help,
planned.
yeah. Because whenever they're over here like jiggy, jiggy, giggity, I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know what you're saying to
Well,
me. That's
one-
why I went you said.
One thing that could be cool though is like maybe you could have a separated difference between the factions. Like say with Bear, like he's a native Russian speaker, so you could see the subtitles, right? Obviously if you don't speak Russian. Then a Yusek, you could have like a language skill where like it would be like the subtitles would be all like broken up and like all weird, and then you could like kind of learn the language a bit. I don't know.
You know the whole operation, your second bears, like it was set up long before the EFT timeline. It's like the
Oh,
contract
yeah.
wars that was
Contract
before this.
wars,
Yeah,
hired
yeah.
ups,
Hired ups.
yeah.
So this is what the operation of Terror Group. They know about that. They are like being inserted on the Russian location. So they need to
They have a basic
uh,
understanding.
Giggity,
yes,
giggity.
yes.
There you go. I got you.
Yes.
Nikita.
Yeah. So yeah, but we can make such kind of thing like they don't understand all the giggity, but
The boner
I
soup.
can
Okay.
voice that. I'd be like, yeah, cheeky, just whatever.
You know what my favorite line is in the entire game when he's like, "Opachki."
Opachki. For those guys who don't know, Opachki means like that's a surprise or like what a surprise.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like that. Again, guys, I'm just talking.
Okay.
Don't think my subtitle skills like, oh, let's definitely do this. I'm trying to create discussion here, right? Just trying to.
Yeah, this is just
just
discussion.
discussion,
Chat's
Chad.
acting like this is happening. Like
Just
we're
confirm.
just spitballing.
Yeah, we're just spitballing here, guys.
Talking Tarkov.
But now that I
Oh,
think
yeah.
about it, to be honest, I don't really like it. I mean, I'd rather just have the subtitles just be there so you could read them. To be honest, so.
Well, So like a recap, and I know you said it before, and a lot of people were talking about it about the strength thing as a recap. Like, were you just kind of joking, or did you plan on resetting it, like just that particular skill?
I totally lost what you said. Right
Oh,
now.
the
I was
the
just so
strength. No,
the
it's
strength.
okay.
Just thinking
I
about
know
the
people-
Tushonka.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, about the strength. Did you plan on resetting that, or you were just
yes.
okay?
I think this is a thing because for some point I didn't think that it's possible because it will lead
Same.
to like another vibe. For example, it's not a good thing to start all these funny quests again.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like speaking of the quest too, like I love the quest. The first times I've done the missions, whenever new missions come in, I love doing them because it gives me a purpose in a raid. And I always feel like when the quests are over, I'm like, it's okay. It's just time to go into the raids and just kill people and
There
do
will
whatever.
there will be more quests, mechanic quests, and Ragman quests also, like several, like 15 or even more, like really soon TM. And
Have you guys thought about doing something like random daily quests
Yes,
just
dude.
to keep it kind of fresh?
Or
Like,
weeklies.
like some
Yes.
kind of dailies.
Like, it could be
Yes.
super generic. I mean, it could give you a random reward
Just random.
too.
Yeah, go here, kill this
It'll give
guy,
you
go
like
here,
one of the
get
cool
that.
like mod, like if you do like a daily quest or like a weekly quest for fucking mechanic, it could have a time lock on it, and it could be something that would no shit take a week. Like maybe you have to kill like I don't know
Maybe.
20 scavs on shoreline, 20 USECs on shoreline, and like I've a bunch of like these different kill missions on different maps that would take about a week to finish, or maybe less than that if you grind it out really fast. But you can get a really cool reward from it. So it actually gives
Yeah.
people a little bit more purpose in a raid.
We have it planned actually, but I don't think it's on the short term. But
More long term.
we can more or less, yeah.
Because
Oh.
it would be cool, like once you finish their quest line, like you unlock the daily, so you could just like daily for each
Yeah,
trader.
because there is no cool thing right now as I mentioned the last podcast. The storyline quests, they're big. This is a really like big addition to the game, storyline quests, and they are also linked to typical like the same quests, same type of quests as we have it right now in the game. And there will be generic quests, generated quests, so there will be a lot of things to do in
Yeah.
terms of questing.
Awesome.
I just think of a lot of popular MMOs. I mean, starting way back with WoW, they had daily quests, something to
Yeah.
keep you like there were people who would log in every day just to do those,
Yeah.
and that's something.
And people, somebody's actually also saying in the chat, if you do like daily rewards from like a trader, like so say you do daily quest for therapist, she gives you meds. Daily quest for trapper, he'll give you like an AK, a chest rig. That would help a lot with the low geared hatchling guys. But again, we understand people want to play hatchlings because they like to come up, but it would just help put more gear in players' stashes, because I know a lot of players, including myself, like I was struggling at the beginning of this update. I was struggling.
It was nice.
I deleted all my press gear. I started with 400,000 rubles, like a tri-zip and like some like a chest rig or something like that. And like I'm having a hard time, and having something like that could just kind of circulate more gear into the economy would be really cool, and just again give purpose where you're going to a raid.
Quick thing, because I know it's something that I'm really looking forward to, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to really like it, is the flea market and the auction stuff when that comes around, because there's going to be some people that are just going to want to do auctions all day.
Mhm.
There's
they're gonna
people in
wanna
World
be
of Warcraft.
moguls.
Yeah, I mean, they may not even play that much. They'll just be trying to game the auction market.
And people like that stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The first thing, there will be this flea market, like a whole economic system within the game. And this thing, I don't know why my camera keep defocusing.
It's the focus feature.
It's a setting.
You can probably
you have to
turn it off
auto
somewhere.
Focus. It's
Yeah.
okay. We'll help you for the next one.
Okay, I will change. I will like, okay. So I personally really waiting for the feature, because it will lead to a cool stuff called auto balancing the economy. The changes of the prices will be like
Dynamic.
on the go, in the air, fully dynamic. You will see, like, this is a really cool thing. Like the prices will go like in very unpredictable things. So the market will be more fluent, like a lot of cool things. Like you'll start to barter more with different like players. You will start to watch for some specific items on a location. Like you always like, oh, it's a piece of cheese. Oh, it's a can of soda, or oh, it's a cigarette.
So like the
Cigarettes
barter
are
items
needed.
could change for items, is what you're saying. So like like
Yes.
certain items that would hold no value will then all of a sudden hold value when they normally wouldn't.
Yes,
That's
yes.
interesting.
Yes.
I think he's also saying that prices will be irrelevant once we have a player market
True.
due to supply and demand. I don't think
Yes.
that the trader prices are going to matter. If
Absolutely.
there's a million AKs up, they're going to be cheap.
Yeah.
If there's only one RSAS up, it's going to be 1,000,000 rubles, probably more.
So-
You know,
So
and it makes sense.
it's a game changer thing. It's a game changer feature, or the killer feature. There's not like right now we plan to make several updates during the year, and all of them specific and particular will have one big game changer. Like the update will like have the feeling, like it will change the feelings of the game,
Like mag
really,
packing
really,
did to this update. Like mag packing now is a lot
yes,
different.
like medical animation, character customization, hideout, flea market, arena, more maps, more types of exits, with the kind of events also. What else?
I actually wanted to ask you about those events. I think in the previous podcast or sometime before that, you talked about possibly having like signal flares where you'd shoot up a
Yes.
flare up in the sky, and now it would create an extract, but it would create a dynamic event that was caused by a player.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that a bit? Because I'm sure people are pretty curious about that, including myself.
This is pretty it as you described. Like you will have to bring the rocket launcher, flare launcher.
RPG.
Okay.
Scott,
Yeah.
it's time to
RPG.
leave.
It's time to leave, guys. And you will need to stand on the high ground, like fire the rockets, wait for several times. The extract will open. Like you will see a car or something.
Like a helicopter coming
And
down, something like that.
Helicopter.
Well,
maybe,
actually, that wouldn't
helicopter.
fit to the lore though, because if you had a helicopter, you could just leave Tarkov.
It's no flight zone above the Tarkov right
Okay.
now. So so it will be shut
Maybe a
down.
boat, maybe some. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. So some transportation vehicle.
Little rowboat at
Yeah.
shoreline. It's time to leave.
It will, and it will be limited in terms of amount of players. Like I think maybe it's a high possibility that the interchange will be changed. Exits will be not like constantly
Static.
open.
Static.
Yeah, it will
they're
not
move
static.
around.
We will have the fully dynamic types of exits, and you will need to adapt, to improvise, and other things, because there will be no static exits. You will need to like see what's going on. With the help of the radio, you will be able to like check the open exits and plan your retreat or exfil more carefully. And even there could be a situation there will be only one exit for all the parties, for all the players, and this one exit will be triggered by a flare, and we have a limited amount of exits, like seats.
Makes sense. That's
So,
already kind of in
yeah.
place on a certain kind of extracts. Like say the smuggler's boat on customs. If somebody uses that, it's gone. Once somebody extracts after like a certain amount of time, I believe.
Yeah, so it will really change the pace of the game. So it will be more about actual exfiltration,
Mhm.
not just
Go to
roaming
this.
around, pick some item, yeah,
Go to the
and
same
leave.
place over and over. And speaking of
Mhm.
spawns too, because I know spawns is actually a hot topic, and if Smoke, if he's in here, he actually messaged me on Twitter about this, and he wanted to talk about this, and I'd like this to eventually be a bigger talking point for one of the next podcasts. But spawns right now, at least on some of the maps, can be really close. A lot of the
Mhm.
PvP happens like usually right at the beginning of a match, namely like interchange.
This hotfix fixed several issues with the spawns on the interchange. This hotfix, yesterday hotfix.
Yeah.
So you can check this also. Also, there is a possibility, guys. You should know about it. We can get rid of a spawn selection, like spawn selection place. There will be like only random type of exit, a type of infiltration. It's all about the player count. We want to increase the player count on the map, but we have two separate locations, like infiltration zones with a limited amounts of spawns. And there is a often situation that most of all, select one of the zone, like only one zone.
Yeah, makes
And
sense.
we have overloaded zone of infiltration.
Eventually, you would have to do things like open up the center of the map or something.
Yeah.
Because, like you said,
Yes.
if everybody goes to customs and picks boiler tanks,
Yeah.
there's a battle royale the
It's
first
nuts.
30
Yes,
seconds
yes.
of the match. You know.
Yeah.
We will see your reaction, guys. First of all, if you are totally good at this, we will make it real. Otherwise, we will try to expand the location more, to add like obstacles and stuff to make sure the spawns will be all right. So
Also,
we will try to make it real level design. So
yeah,
maybe
I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat. Wood spawn needs to be adjusted. I mean, like it's the same
Yes,
thing. Like a
of
lot of
course.
people choose cabin because it's right there by the
Yes.
bunker,
Yeah,
and it's just
everybody
again, it's just
camps
this
the
this
hill.
battle royale. Because right now, what I'm noticing with at least with the selection, it's either east or west for selections. And what would be interesting is if you could just limit the amount of people that could spawn in those areas. I mean, I don't know if that's actually possible. Like, so say,
This
I
It's
mean,
also the-
really, it would have to be like future map expansions.
Yeah,
right?
true.
Make the map a bit
yeah, like maybe open
bigger,
up
you know?
customs north side, like where that hill is by the military checkpoint. Just push up, add some more woods up there, get up on top of that hill. You could add more spawn points up there or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't ever use the maps. I don't ever
Me
use
neither.
I've only done it once or twice ever. Like, I always just go random, no matter what my goal is. You know.
Yeah.
Kind of.
if it's good for you, because it will unlock possibilities. Like we will be able to add the spawn locations all around the map, not in some kind of like the direction north
Yeah, yeah.
or east. We'll open the whole lineup of the spawns, and it will be really good because it will be like, you understand what I'm saying, like
It'll
it will
create a
really-
whole. Yeah, it'll create a different like flow.
Yeah.
Every raid will have a different flow of shit going on. So I think I think that'll be good for the game for sure.
Even-
It'll make it feel a lot different.
Even
I think.
looking back on like the previous spawns, before we even had spawn selection, like customs, dude, everybody would literally just spawn on one side of the map, and everybody would just move in one direction every single time. And
Right.
now that whenever we added in dynamic spawns, it actually changed the pace of the game a lot because you got people
Oh, yeah.
interweaving out through the map, which
yeah.
is great. But obviously, it still needs to be tweaked. And just kind of looking back on how bad it used to be, where like it was just
Yeah.
literally everybody just on one side and always moving one direction. So like making it more dynamic.
I would second what Sequisha said. The only time I use maps is if it's a very specific quest that I know is going to be on this
Yeah.
or that side. But the random seems to be the way to go.
It really does, yeah.
Okay, that's cool, because I was really worried about this, because the feature it's kind of cool to have ability to select the spawn, like infiltration
Oh,
location.
it is, yeah.
Somebody had an interesting idea too. Is
Yeah.
like bears spawn on one side of the map and USEC spawn on one side of the map or something like that
I
to kind of
mean,
create that
I don't
flash
know.
difference. But
Nah,
don't think
somebody,
it's
it was just
yeah.
somebody
Let's
in
just
chat.
slow down here. Yeah.
Of course, the guys chat will tell this thing like, why should you, like, on the spawn location screen, you just like you just come on, like you just place a lock like on the spawn location, like it's locked because it has a lot of people already getting spawned on this location.
Oh, yeah.
But it will break the principle of the game. You don't
Maybe you could
know
do a
who
system to
spawned.
where maybe you could do it to where the last time you played that map, that side you extracted on, maybe that's where you come back in. Just
Maybe that's a good
spitball.
idea also, but it's also could be ruined with this simple thing. It could be a lot of people with the same,
Yeah,
thing.
the
Yeah.
same.
Right.
Yeah, the same side.
No,
More
yeah,
and,
more
and it
spawns.
gets
You're right.
overloaded again. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so the perfect scenario is to have random places, and it will be really good because we will have an ability to spam to add more spawns, and it will be really cool. And
Yeah, you're right about that.
Mhm.
You don't want to like give away the information. Like if the area is locked up, you're like, well, there's fucking 10 people spawning in on
Yes.
boilers, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Random seems to be the only fair way,
Yeah.
just to
Right.
prevent the argument.
Yeah, I agree. Just having it
Okay.
all random because then you can never just that's just fair. It's just completely random. I agree. Totally agree.
Okay.
I think this would be a good time to show off our last little folder that we have.
We have I think we have 2 folders to show.
Do we?
Yes. One of it is it's
Oh,
a
the guests.
guest folder.
Yes. Yes.
And second,
Is this-
four,
yeah, this is-
folder number 4.
Yep. We'll show off.
Also.
We'll show off some new attachments here, guys, and some new guns. So some of this stuff is gonna be pretty exciting.
Okay, guys, give me 1 minute,
Take your time.
and I will come back.
Do your thing, Nick. Looks like we have a new buttstock here of some kind. A Zenit cope.
Looks cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Zenitco stuff in real life. They really make some just solid materials.
Now that on the top, is that more like that's kind of like a cheek rest thing for like
Adjustable.
sniping or
Yeah, it's like an
something, right?
adjustable
Yeah.
cheek pad.
So that thing would be like really heavily ergonomic.
Yeah, and probably pretty heavy on recoil reduction too. And it has all those holes in it and stuff like that to reduce the weight. So it's also
Yeah,
it's also lightweight.
that's what I'm looking at. It's
Yeah.
very lightweight.
Yeah.
Carved out.
Looks good. On to the next one. Another buttstock.
I can't wait for the 249 or like a Mark 48 or something like that. You know, like a 249 with a 200 round mag. You know, and
Yeah.
then like
I
just pre-fire my entire way to the safe room and factory.
Ah!
Well, didn't they announce something like a PKM or RPK?
We
or
actually,
something?
it's actually,
Or
yeah,
something?
we got a screenshot of
Some kinda
something.
LMG.
Yeah, we got a screenshot of something because most likely, guys, I've said this a lot in the past, is that a lot of you guys want to know about belt-fed machine guns and stuff like that. Knowing how long it takes BSG to make guns, it usually takes anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months to make one gun, you know, including textures, animations, polys, everything like that goes into them. And belt-fed machine guns have a lot of moving parts. They will be in the game, but it's going to take some time. We're most likely going to be seeing magazine-fed light machine guns first. We actually have a screenshot of one that we're going to be showing here very shortly. I'm going to wait till Nick gets back. I don't. He might be going to
Hey,
the bathroom or something.
can't those Stanag magazines feed directly into a saw?
Yeah.
into a
Yes, they can.
249?
Yes, they can.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Next picture.
God, that'd be terrifying. They start putting like 100-round C mags in.
Oh, God.
Slap them in the M4.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I want to say the 249s. I might be wrong here. They only fit just like the 30-round Stanags. I don't know if you can actually just fit a drum mag in there. You might, but I'm not 100% sure.
Do you guys remember the PKP on the Daisy Origins?
Oh
You guys
yeah,
were-
that was my favorite
Oh,
gun.
I mean,
yeah.
it was from Arma 2, I guess, whatever
Mm-hmm.
expansion Operation Arrowhead, but
Yeah, that
such a nasty gun.
that PKP
Yeah,
is one of my
they're nasty.
favorite guns. I love those things. Maybe we just have some new assortments of grips. Here's a grenade launcher. It's made by FN.
Here we go with the grenade launchers. You're breaking the game. No, actually,
Whee!
I'm super psyched
Same.
for grenade launchers.
Same.
I know a lot of people are worried, but I don't think that they understand. Like knowing Battlestate, these are going to be hard as hell to use.
Yeah, I
to
imagine the
actually
ammo
make.
would be very expensive and hard to find as well.
It's going to be like, hyper realistic. And people are worried like factory rip. Like, no, these things have a minimum travel distance before they blow and all that,
Yeah.
But you can change it.
Oh yeah,
Like-
that's
like you
what I'm saying. People
like,
are gonna freak out like it's the those IR scopes, but that was fine.
Yeah, no, the thermals work great. I mean, and like they're good for what they do, but honestly, it's really hard to shoot people with them because of that like low frame rate as you're looking through.
When we'll have another set of thermal, we have like 3 more thermal scopes, different type of generation, and we will
What about thermal goggles by chance?
On the ops score, that would be
this,
awesome.
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
be pretty cool.
like lots of things is coming in terms of optics.
It'd be like
and,
the Predator at night.
Yeah. All right, let's move on here.
Yeah, and we will up the characteristics of current's RIP IR scope. So right now it's like have all of the low generation features, like low FPS, stuttering, like
High
distortions,
pixels. Yeah.
Scan lines and shit.
pixel. Like, we just did it to show the that we like we can do it. Like,
Now,
guys, come on. we can do it.
On like a related subject, batteries. Is that something you guys were gonna do? Because I noticed that there's a lot of different like you can find like those D-shaped batteries in game.
Yes.
Are we gonna have to worry about that for attachments on these or no?
Yes, there will be batteries, but it will be not like in typical game. Like you'll put in the battery, walk with the scope for several minutes, and
it's dead.
you will
Okay,
get
so
depleted.
it'll have like a long-term durability.
Yeah,
So-
kind of
like
thing. Okay,
several
cool.
days, like real days.
It's something that would be
Anymore.
realistic, say for a thermal scope. We have like these thermal goggles that we use in the Marine Corps, and we have to put like 2 of these like special batteries in there. The battery life with the thermals is only 30 minutes, so it can be on 30 minutes, and the batteries will last that long, and then you have to replace the batteries again. So
Mhm.
it's just
Yeah,
one of those things.
In terms of like goggle things, batteries could be really like not so. They can have not so big amounts of energy in it. Like you will need to make sure that you have a spare batteries. On
So
your
I can
back,
fill my
some-
tri-zip with car batteries and daisy chain them to my goggles. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
For those of you guys in the chat asking about a compass, we actually talked about compasses last podcast. There's
Yeah,
two planned, one
compass is
digital,
very-
one like a basic like army compass. Soon TM.
Yes,
Clean soon.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like having bearings to call out for squad play, that's going to change the game.
Absolutely. That's going to
Yeah.
help a lot with team play.
Now about like in accordance with that as well, the other types of visual customizations for players. Like, what did you guys have in mind? Like armbands or
Perfect
whatever?
fucking screenshot right here.
Yeah.
He's saying about the identification of players.
Identifying, yeah, like teammates, yeah, like
Okay.
Yes.
armband.
Oh, okay.
It's in high priority for the next patch. We will add armbands.
Yes.
And yes, it's in high priority right now.
So a question about
And-
armbands too, to kind of, help with miscommunication. When you go into a raid with a specific armband color, what if you happen to cross another team that has the same armband color as you? Is there going to be some kind of deterrence to make sure that, if you go and stay with red
Yes.
armbands, there won't be any other players with red armbands unless those are you guys who joined?
In real life, you're like there could be a situation when the enemy combatants, like the enemy team, enemy squad, will
Spy.
put on your color.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a kind of realistic thing. So
Okay.
if there will be any like you see the same color with then you're like in a pretty nasty situation. So you'll need to like you will have a spare spare several other color the armbands of other color to change it really quick in the fight or something.
That's sneaky.
Yeah, we should see. At first we thought about the system that will give you like the color automatically. That's just before the match, like just before the raid, it will select your color automatically. But it's pretty unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
You will have the slot. You will have all the amounts of colors, the pretty colors, Kotton, the pretty colors, or the
Pink ones?
rare.
Faded
yeah, all the-
salmon, okay.
Yeah, all the rare colors will be like on the top levels of traders of ragman
Okay.
in its quests and stuff. So if you wanna identify your team like with a low chance of getting like miss like
Miscommunication,
yes,
misidentification, yeah.
yeah. You will need to complete the quest to unlock the really like rare colors to make sure your team will be all right.
Nikita,
Hey,
this screenshot here, is this like a new bear model or is this a scav? Who is this?
This is a new face for maybe bear, maybe USEC, but it represents finally the birds and the hair.
Okay,
Right.
nice beards.
So finally, yes, the birds. Bears.
Go ahead, Sequisha. Sorry, I
Uh,
cut you off there for a second.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna talk about and if I had one feature request for the game, like in the long terms of things, like maybe way on down the road. So I know you guys are using Unity, just like the Rust devs over at Face Punch. There's the ability in game in Rust where they have signs, and they pull the sign up on the thing, and with the spray paint, they can paint the sign or whatever. If you could do that to your weapons cases, just to be able to identify them, I think that
Yeah,
would be
rename them.
kind of neat. I mean, of course, that would be something way on down the road and not really high priority, but
That's actually a good idea, yeah.
We could do a case renaming planned, like case renaming thing. I don't know about like a painting on them. It's a realistic idea too, but I think
Yeah.
it will be enough like just to name them, or
Right.
you need
Right.
Okay, that's no problem. No problem. We can
Actually,
do it. Like it's
That
actually
is a
planned.
good point, though. That's pretty valid because you can have a lot of cases in your stash and forget what's in what. You got to open them all up. So maybe different colors or naming something. Yeah, that is a good idea.
could you elaborate on this knife a bit, Nick?
Yeah, what is up with
The
this
spooky
thing?
knife,
My
the spooky
God,
knife.
torture device.
I'm assuming this has
Is
to do
that-
with the marked people.
Yes, that Tarkov have its own mysteries. The
The
cultists,
cult.
I don't know.
Oh, the cult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
cool.
It's another faction that will be in the raids only night. Only at night you will see them. Like we are preparing the models of them. Like they're really strange people, like cultists with their own like philosophy and stuff. Like
Yeah.
its own Bible. They're waiting for unknowns to get on this planet and take the command of all the people, like some kind of mystery stuff. And this ritual knife, it will be their like melee weapon.
Hmm.
Mystery knife.
What do they? My
Yeah.
question is what do they got against the pigs, man? What did the pigs ever do to them?
I know they're always chopping up the
Ah,
pigs. What's the deal?
I will not say anything about
That's
it.
probably part of the lore, isn't
Yeah.
it?
They're a big fan of the barbecue, man.
There will be a really like I will get an Oscar.
This knife
Totally.
does look pretty
It's
scary.
sketchy.
This is like some like Mayan sacrificial.
Honestly, it
stuff
reminds
right
me of
here,
the pillars from Dead Space.
Oh,
You got some
Yeah.
inspiration, didn't you?
yeah, of course.
Bam!
yeah.
New meta confirmed?
We are waiting for the screen to change. Oh yeah.
Oh God, we're gonna die. Nice.
Yep.
What's the capacity? 50 round?
I think it might be 100 round drum, actually. It looks
One
Is that
100 drum.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're gonna
This is
die. Oh no.
RPK 16.
that thing's
Uh,
nasty.
A squad machine gun, like light machine gun, 5.45 caliber.
Ugh.
I shot from it. It's no recoil at all. So
Damn.
it's really
Better be expensive,
so-
Nick.
The-
12 car
Sequisha is
batteries.
Just talking about these. He's gonna pre-fire the hallway in factory. It's perfect.
that is insane. That is insane.
this actual drum magazine will fit onto 5.45 AK cells.
Really? Imagine the
So you can do that like LMG from your AK
AKU.
or AKU also.
I heard
yeah,
you
so
like
it's not a
recoil.
problem.
Isn't the rate of fire on the RPK a little bit slower? Or what's
on
the...
on this one, you mean?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit higher.
Oh,
This is a modern. This is like the new RPK.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
It
I will
does look
find
a
the
little
video.
spruced up. Yeah.
Yeah, if you find me the video, I'll play it on the stream.
I'm just gonna pre-fire the
Uh,
entire
I
dorm.
don't think I'll find it.
That's
I will
beautiful,
find it now.
man.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
The dicky needles just start spraying.
Ah! Scav weapon or scav boss
Oh, those-
weapon.
Just hundreds of dead hatchlings all over the ground.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a more
there
cheap,
you go.
more cheap version of scope. Like it's 6x or 5x or 4x. I don't remember. Like it's a cheap hunting. It's not like cheap in real life.
This looks
Yeah,
like a
that's
6
a
to
burst.
8x, right?
Yeah, these are like $100 to like $120 in the United States. I've seen these before. They're like it's like a cheap 6x.
Yeah,
I
kinda.
want to say it's a 6. I'm
Yeah,
not
or it says it
sure.
right up here on the top. It says 1 to something.
variable zoom, but I don't know exactly what
Maybe it's a 1 to
magnification.
4. Ooh, this is interesting. This looks like for an AK, possibly. Oh yes, this is for an AK. It replaces the gas tube.
Yeah, it's a VL Tor hand guard for an AK.
Awesome.
VL Tor.
Love me my AK attachments. Like 'em butter.
All right, what else we got now?
I'm moving on.
You have more screenshots?
Yeah.
We have like I think
Oh, there
it's
we go.
it's a good thing to continue showing the guessing part of the screens. I think we should show them like before, but it's okay to show them right now because I personally very interested in your like guessing what the hell is this screen like, or your like the idea of having such 3 screens with a lot of guessing is I think it's pretty cool one.
Okay. Do you want me to do that right now?
Do you have more screens in that directory, in that folder?
That was it. That was everything out of number
Okay.
4.
Okay, then show them the folder.
All right, guys, this is up to you guys to guess exactly what these may or may not be used for of some kind. So definitely check it out.
You should show like blacked out screenshots and do that. Who's that Pokemon? Thing.
All right, guys, go ahead and guess. Obviously, we know who this is.
The hell?
Why?
Can I put this in my hideout, Nikita?
I promised to myself not to answer your questions.
Okay. All right, guys. You have to kind of guess what this might be used for of some kind. Is it a special key?
Is it a charm for your fucking guns or something?
Little trophy?
No, I know what you're gonna do. It goes on top of the Ops Core helmet. That's what it does. Yeah, that actually could be a charm dangling off your weapon, like in Siege.
Yeah, that could be funny.
No way, man.
No way. He says no way.
Okay, well,
No way, Jose.
I'm thinking this is some kind of novelty stuff for your hideout. Then that's what I'm gonna guess.
Maybe.
Ah.
Maybe you can hire him, to do the dirty work.
We're gonna hire Master Chief. No way. Get it. Is he gonna fly in on the Banshee too? That'd be legit.
All right, moving on to the next one.
Master Key. Wow. Master Chief, Master Key. I'm drawing some Illuminati triangles over here. Hang on. Whoa.
Shoes.
Some style, finally.
Cheeky breaky. Yeah, man.
I'm assuming a scab boss. He wears full Adidas tracksuit and specials, fancy shoes.
On Adidas.
Are those
Hell
Italian?
yeah,
I want some gator skin boots, man.
What are those?
What are those, chat?
It's a typical Russian gopnik.
Oh, man.
Like, it's not like typical. It's a go out like set of a clothes.
Clubbing shit. I can't wait to see a slow motion montage video of breaching a door with those fucking shoes on.
This is a
grenade
variety.
launcher rounds.
This is simple. This is a variety of M203. Like,
oh, you have the
grenades.
smoke markers too. Look at that.
What is that? M57, M576. What is that?
It looks like a canister.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I think that might be like a shotgun kind of round. Like it shoots out like
Yes.
a bunch of like a big shotgun.
yes.
These all fit in the 203 launcher, right? They're just called different.
Yes, it's a This is for M203 or MGL or FN something or any other Western like NATO type grenade launchers.
Nice.
Yeah, I was wondering that too because you can already find two different kinds in game. The 25. Can't you find the 25 millimeter and the 40 millimeter?
For the GP25 only, it's the 40 millimeter for the GP25.
Okay, I'm thinking of the Arma server we've been on.
So here we have some
some
kind of bag of some.
Oh, I want to hear that poomph. I know
Poomph,
that potato gun noise.
Oomp. Oh, I have no idea what this is. Looks like
That looks like some kind of like a rollout kit for tools
Yeah.
or something.
maybe it's something that has to do with the new dynamic chest rig system, something like that.
That looks more or less like tool storage.
Map
or
kit,
med
something. I
storage.
don't even know. Medical
Roll it
bag,
out.
maybe.
I'm not saying anything.
Almost looks like kind of like a gunsling or gun bag or something like that.
Yeah,
Roll
something
'em
like
up.
that. It looks like maybe a
gun
holster, like
storage.
you put a rifle inside of it. That's what I'm kind of guessing.
I was getting that vibe where when you call a locksmith and he rolls out his little leather bound thing full of picks. That's kind of what that looks like to me.
The next one, please.
Moving on.
Yeah, I will not say anything. Like you need to guess.
We'll be guessing.
You need to guess, and maybe I didn't haven't hear.
Nice.
Enemy AC 130 above. We're gonna.
So
die.
we have kill streaks now. Awesome, confirmed.
kill streaks from a civil plane, like actual airplane. It's not like it's not like a bomber. It's not a
It's
system.
probably for terminal, right?
No, terminal is actually a dock. It's a docking terminal, not
Well,
an airport,
It
I
actually
believe.
shows mapping for that door opening. Is this some kind of like a supply dropper kind of dealio?
I think it might be something with the dynamic events, if I'm gonna guess. Like this fly, but
I'm
but,
gonna-
but Tarkov is a
I'm gonna
no-fly
say
zone though.
airdrop.
No, guys, calm down. It's not Battle Royale plane. Calm down.
This is not PUBG.
Shit, I
no.
forgot. You will like. Shit, yeah.
Punji!
This is one idea. This was a bad idea to show you the plane. You will actually believe that this is a Battle Royale plane. It's not a Battle Royale plane.
Where are we dropping,
It's-
guys?
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
Maybe this could be a map. Like we have to like extract the scav, like in Siege. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I think a lot of people forget too, like with the whole BR thing, like you guys had a playable product before they even started working on PUBG.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, pretty much.
It's true. I mean,
Yeah,
EFT's been in public development for like a year and like 4 months now. About.
But we are on. Our hype is real. We don't need other games hype. We need to like
Yeah.
get on and continue. So we
Is this like
understand this.
Chat.
Yes,
These
or-
are tactical mutton chops. Okay.
Oh, no, I'm
Tactical
sorry,
mutton
Nikita. Go
chops.
ahead.
it's all about that. We have our goals. We have our aids. We need to go on. We have our road. We don't need to
Yeah,
to
no,
get
for
on.
sure.
To get on the other games track. So it's
It-
okay. I love the idea that the games are evolving, but I don't think actually they are evolving right now. But we'll
Is
we'll
this
see.
a
Like
boxing helmet. What are we looking at here?
Tactical mutton chops.
I like it.
It's for the ops core. It's basically for hitboxes.
this is Tarkov.
So it's just more facial protection.
Yeah, it's
okay.
it's just like a yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what it is. It's on the ops core.
It's not that ops car. It's another
I thought Nick, you weren't supposed to say anything.
helmet.
New helmet confirmed. Battle Royale confirmed.
Yep.
Ah!
What the hell?
It looks pretty good though.
Yeah.
What the? All right, now what are we looking at? Wait, what was that? Go back.
Oh, I already went back. Delay.
This delay. It's terrible. All right.
You
It's
need to
cooking
guess.
pot.
No.
It's like part of an environment.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
looks like
guessing.
it looks like some kind of a big silo.
Yeah,
or
turbine,
something.
power generator, something like that for a map.
Oh, those are at dams, aren't they? The generator's at a dam, maybe.
People think it's a mine.
I'm saying landmine. That's interesting. I don't
It-
think so.
Good. I'm just wondering what like
Maybe a-
this little like thing
Some kind
sticking out of it
bouncing
is.
Betty or
Yeah.
some kind of variant. Like
I'm just looking at the size of the UVs on it. It looks like it's a much larger environment
Yeah.
portion.
yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. I think this is something for mapping. Maybe it's like some kind of
No,
satellite.
no. This Sequisha, well, like he gets the point, but no, it's not for environment.
Hmm.
It's a smaller thing.
Okay. Is it like a listening device?
Well, you got me. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Most-
Is that
Okay.
like?
Wait.
the
Wait. Is
internals-
this a compass?
That's a compass. Yeah, look at
This
it.
is a
That's
compass?
those are two needles. Yeah.
All right.
You're right, my friend. It's a compass.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. It's a compass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sneaky.
I was about to guess a can opener opening some beans too.
Oh shit. Spooky. Guess we can know who's gonna hold those knives.
Oh, do we have pictures of the cultists coming up?
At least I think so.
Oh, these have got to be the cultists. Look at
Yeah.
the weird.
I mean,
robes,
could
yeah.
you make the picture bigger? Like you?
I
actually
can.
show it
It's the size. It's as big as it is. I have it full screened.
Wait,
Okay.
are you in a browser right now?
No, I'm in Microsoft.
It has zoom if you're using
Yeah.
the wind.
It's
Yeah.
either a slider at the bottom or control
mouse-
plus or
mouse
something.
scroll or something.
Up ahead.
They're
That's-
saying Jedi scavs. In
Jedi-
chat.
Up on
I
the
can find
screen,
glasses
like
top.
on the top of the window. Yeah, there's
Yeah, the very top. There's a
Very top
zoom
right?
button. In the top
this-
center.
top
top
center.
center.
Oh, right here.
Top center.
Enhance. Enhance. There we go. I'm blind. I'm blind, chat. I'm sorry.
Someone said control scroll too. These are the real MVPs.
Yeah.
People who know how to work Windows.
Enhance.
Oh, neat. Look at him.
Tactical toga.
You trying to give me a hug? And
Yeah,
stab
about
me
to
with
say,
his
he's
knife?
kind of doing the whole monster walk at every
come here.
pose.
Oh, no,
It's like
that's
he-
his pose, you know.
Yeah, it's an animation pose.
Yeah.
Called it's called T pose, but it's not T pose. It's a zombie pose.
I want
Frankenstein.
USEC brains.
I do want to see the boss Gav be able to like do like a grapple thing with hatchlings, just snap their neck, you know? I think
Yeah,
that would be
oh
pretty
my
cool.
god. All right, that's it
Like,
for the guest photos.
Execution animations. There, now you're onto something, Sequisha. I like
Mhm.
it.
Wow, that stuff's a pain in the ass to do, and the animation end to like connect them.
Also,
Well,
I wanted to
crazy.
share this meme.
They've talked
with
about
everybody.
doing like takedowns, haven't they? Like melee takedowns, like tackling people.
That actually was showed off in the action trailer back in like 2016. There's animations
about
for
to
it.
say, like so some of that is kind of coming, kind of, sort of.
This is just for all the haters, just saying. This is a meme for y'all.
So, is there anything else left to talk about? Because we are live for 2 hours.
Yeah, we pretty much hit it all. I mean, the last thing we really have is the is the Q&A portion of the podcast,
Oh, the memes.
which we can get into. So we already have a bunch of questions lined up from the Discord.
Yes, let's answer them quickly.
It's let me get to them real quick, wherever the hell they are.
So you can feel it. You can feel this. The whole, like, the new Tarkov is coming, and after this, there will be new Tarkov, and more and more and more. Like the Tarkov is like it's just the beginning of all of the cool stuff. Like,
Yeah, a lot of the advanced
Right.
features.
yes, like there's so much to come, and I personally think this is great, and we just need to make it real and not get.
You guys have done a great job this patch.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like how brutal it was for a lot of people at the beginning, I think is good for the overall health of the game, you know?
Yep.
Like rushing through and getting everything really quickly just sucks.
Yeah.
You know, so having to really struggle for it and establish value, like you guys have done a really good job. And I'm still have tons of quests and tasks to do. I think the tasks are really important, and you've done a good job. And like the new mechanic one, teaching people how to build the guns and stuff, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that may not have built guns before that run around with just, you know, a Vepr and iron sights, you know, they're actually learning how to put these guns together and modify them.
Right.
So I don't know. I think you guys have done a great job with that so far.
There will be more quests and mechanic on new guns.
I love those
more,
quests.
more advanced ones, and yeah, well, we'll try to implement more of the new types of quests also, but it's all like for the whole thing called the storyline quests. The storyline quests will be like super cool. Like
Awesome.
I actually think that they will be like really enriched in terms of story, and they will be really cool because they will have the audio files. Like you will able to finally hear something out, like what was happened. Like it's pretty cool thing. Like it's like not fully like single player style, but it will be pretty cool in terms of the multiplayer game. Like it will give you the feeling that the game is single player, and I really hope it will fit, and it will be really cool for you.
Looking forward to it. So getting into the Q&A section here. First question, Nikita. How soon can we expect to start to see hideouts? Also, with the computer inside the hideout, is it possible to get special quests such as dailies and weeklies? And we kind of talked about that prior.
The computer thing, first of all, the hideout, right now, the idea is we don't want to release a hideout yet. We need to make the game first, like not the whole game. We need to add more location, more activities, more traders, to have this game loop finished. Like right now, we have a pretty set the game starting process, like at the early time, like the low level gameplay is pretty good. The mid level gameplay is pretty good, but the high level and end game, it's not good at all. So we need to make sure that you will have the whole cycle.
You're just
all the-
prioritizing other things
Yes.
first.
Yes, because
that
it
makes
will be
sense.
really strange to release the hideout. It's kind of end game feature, because this
Yeah.
hideout you will have ability to complete the main quests that will allow you to escape from Tarkov. So we need to make this final mission, make the whole things to it will be more solid, like more consistent. We just the hideout is pretty, like, it's not complete, but it's like it's not so hard for us to finally complete, to finally like make it so it's not a problem, but we need to make the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, understandable.
Next question: how far?
Uh,
Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
About the PC and the hideout. PC and hideout will have cool thing like ARSS console. There is a site called it's www.countdowntoreveal.com. This is the site was used to reveal the escape from Tarkov a long time ago. Right now, you will see the Klean, you could like show the people like this site.
What's the website called?
Countdown to reveal. Countdown to reveal.com. This is a lore part of the game. Like this system called ARSS, Automatic Radio Relay System. ARRS. Yeah. I will not say anything about it. It will be in the quest, and you will be able to interact with this console within your hideout. For what purposes, you will learn more about it like later, but this is it. Also, there will be TV in the hideout.
Really?
As you know. Oh, press this logo with the earth and three dots. A small logo, like
Right above Escape from Tarkov, there's like
right
a little
above
globe
Escape-
with three
yeah,
dots
yeah,
right
yeah,
above it.
yeah.
This is
It's
cool.
like Klean's introduction to computers course. How does
Hey, I'm learning over here. Okay.
So as you can see, you'll see the spinning slash, or like what how should I call it? Spinning thing down below the screen. It's like loading. Long time ago, we have this system working. We had the system working, so we could reanimate this, because you will be able to put some commands and do something with the system. And this abbreviation, like Note 14-4 Court, it's Tarkov. Like it's a code name of Tarkov City. So
So
mysteries.
this is some kind of, like you said, like some kind of like TV we're gonna be able to tap into, maybe get some intel from.
Yes, about the TV. So there will be a laptop. You'll be able to have an interaction with this console, ARRS. And on the
Okay.
TV, you will be able to watch YouTube videos.
Nice.
Oh,
Like
like,
actual
you will
YouTube
be-
videos?
Like I think we will have an API something.
So I can
like,
watch
you will have
Kotton in Tarkov. That's amazing.
you will have on the game folders. You will have a TXT. You just put down the links, and it'll be able to transmit it on your TV. Also for the cassette player, like a music player, standing on the shelf, you will be able to like.
Oh, so you're gonna be able to put in your own videos and music in your hideout.
That's
yes,
that's
yes,
freaking
yes,
cool.
Yes. I'm
That's
trying to
awesome.
explain this
Okay.
with my imperfect English. So yeah, they will
That's
be able
awesome.
to.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So you can pimp your hideout, you know.
Yeah. Get all my
It's like
favorite
you're walking to
lo-fi
Klean's
tunes.
Hideout, you know, mask off.
I'm just gonna have
Mask
a
on,
Donkey
mask
Kong
off.
kill screen on loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
How far away
Oh.
are underbarrel grenade launchers?
That's a really good question. Underbarrel grenade launcher is one of my most wanted things in the game, because I really like the look of the AK with underbarrel grenade launcher, GP35, 35, GP30, GP95, and that's it. And also like Western types. But there's a lots of network issues with it right now. We need to rework the whole system. Like we need to the whole Underbarrel grenade launcher thing needs to be reworked from the scratch.
We had to go back
That's
to
it,
square
guys.
one.
Yes, yes. So we need to wait more. It will be not in the next update. Sure,
Okay.
it will be
Okay.
later on.
Are there any plans on making it so that you can adjust items on your rails? In other words, moving vertical grips forwards or back, aim points to the front of the M4 upper receiver, forward or more backwards on the Picatinny rails?
It's planned.
Planned soon, TM.
Yes.
Will we ever get caliber changes for guns for the AR-15, like conversions for 50 Beowulf, 50 AE, 44 Magnum, 357 9mm?
It will be a separate guns. It will be a separate lower receivers. Because like
It is a different gun. Yeah.
yes, it's different gun.
Okay.
Different sets of like you'll not be able to pull on the standard M4 barrel. You'll need to reinforced 50 cal barrel for it. So
Okay.
yeah, it's another gun.
Okay. Is there any interesting pistols coming down the pipeline, like 50 cal Desert Eagle, 44 Magnum, USB tactical?
There will be USP for sure. Glock 18, Beretta,
M9, yep.
Oh, M9, yeah.
Please
Some
no
fancy,
Desert Eagle. Please no.
yeah. You should relax about this. There will be maybe there will be the Jericho, like baby Desert Eagle, like
The 357 Deagle?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Not the 50?
Yes, it's not like that. It's not
I
like
need
the
my
Desert
Smith
Eagle.
and Wesson 500. I'm a bear.
Maybe there will be Scav boss. who
Oh
just
God, he's gonna pack that hand cannon.
Agent
Ooh.
Cheeky.
Oh man.
Fucking Matrix.
You know, if you played Contract Wars, there is a game also in Metal Gear, and it was referenced by it. There's a tank folio Thor, like single round.
Oh, the
Revolver
Thor. Yeah, I remember
Ocelot
that from
with
Metal
the-
Gear Solid 4.
The Colt single action,
Yeah.
you mean, or no?
Yeah,
It's called the Thor. It's called the Thor.
Thor. Yeah, so
Oh,
it's like
Thor, okay.
the
Oh, you're talking about
breaking,
Metal Gear
like,
4. I'm sorry.
It's a
I'm
single
totally
shot,
wrong.
massive caliber handgun. Just a one shot,
yes,
big old fuck you, basically.
So in terms of stupidly like large calibers and stupid guns, there's a possibility that this gun will be in the game within the Scav boss like vicinity, because it's kind of like it's a real thing for the Scav boss who wants to be fancy to have a gun like this. So it's a pretty realistic thing.
Scab boss with a golden desert eagle coming.
Yeah.
Just a
I'm
pile of hatchlings around him. I love it. Every time he snaps a hatchling's neck, he like gains in size.
He steals their soul. Yeah.
Can we expect to see compasses and GPSs soon?
I forgot to tell there will be
1911?
1911, and it also will be as I remember there will or like the PMM pistol, the PSS pistol, it's Russian silenced pistol, and it's really like a long list of weapons, and there will be FNP 45. Maybe there will be this gun. It's P09 CZ. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
And that's it, I think.
Okay.
So the next question.
Compasses and GPSs. How soon do you think we could see those?
GPS not soon, people, not soon. Like we need to have an actual like gameplay mechanics.
Okay.
Like, so we need something like to use, like something to have something to use with this kind of device. The compass is a real thing. It's planned not in the next update, but I think it will be released. So maybe the update before the next update. So it's planned in near future.
Okay.
That's good.
This is actually a pretty good question, I think. Is there going to be some sort of system in which prevents those who are playing as scavs to kill other player scavs and not getting aggro from the AI?
Oh, could you repeat?
So in situations where one player scav is defending themselves against another player scav trying to kill them, and they kill them, but then all the AI just start to shoot them.
All the AI are mad,
Yeah.
and you're really innocent.
We will definitely with this code. It's not a problem for us to make some like check the additional checks that because we have a scuff vision, famous scuff vision.
It's brutal.
In this hotfix, we finally changed this scuff vision from 6 seconds to 1 second. So the whole like time before this hotfix, the scuff had an ability to see you through walls. Kotton.
Mm-hmm.
Kotton.
For the 6 second, it's called post aggro vision.
Like they can so say if he sees
like
you
this.
and you go behind cover, he can still
Yes.
see you.
They tracked you through the wall for 6 seconds, and we made it for 1 second only. And I don't know, maybe it's good because I watched Kotton streams yesterday. I watched a lot of streams today, and Scuff seem to be all right.
They're a little bit better for sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
yes.
definitely better, but
They're
that was
not
probably the
perfect.
biggest thing is that they just seem a little wall hacky at times.
Mhm.
Like they just know. Well, the biggest thing lately I've seen, you could come up on a scab, he'll have his back to you, and then you're maybe a good 30, 40, 50 meters out. He'll just randomly turn around, chicken break it, and just start shooting at you. It's
I
like,
think as soon
how
as
the
you,
hell?
yeah, I think as soon as you see them or you're on their screen for a little while, I think they get notified of your location.
Yeah, it's some
and
kind
then-
of like a radial thing, and it just
Yeah.
doesn't. I don't know.
like all the scabs just know where you are without really communicating it.
Opachki.
But no, the scabs definitely do feel better, but there still needs some tweaks.
Yeah, of course. I mean, guys, it's safe to assume almost everything in the game is not final. Everything can be adjusted. Strength,
Yeah.
economy, loot, keys,
Yeah,
everything.
this is the hard part of the game development process. Like not all game development process. I mean, in particular, this project. So actually, this is a hard part for us to balance all the parameters. Like there's a lots of types of behaviors. Like for some reason, I just known only like several parameters of bots AI behavior, and it was discovered like there is more, like 10 times more parameters. I didn't know about them like at all. Like the whole new list of new parameters you can tweak the bots to make it real, to make them behave more real. And for me it was a kinda, let me translate this word, discovery. It was like a really surprisingly like
Okay, so you're saying that you can push the AI further now. You found there's more you can do.
yes, but
There's more
it's
parameters.
yes, there's a lots of parameters to tweak, and I'm afraid it will be a hard task for us to tweak them well, but we'll do it for sure.
Oh, we know.
Awesome.
I mean, AI is always tricky in
Oh,
games
yeah.
like this.
I mean, some of the AI has really been kind of mind blowing. I'll kill one thinking for sure that it was a scav player, and it wasn't because
Yes,
Yeah, they've
because-
been like aggressively leaning and going to cover.
Yes,
It
yes,
seemed
yes,
like
yes, yes.
players.
Yeah, it's great.
They do.
Great.
they can suppress your last position through the door. Like it's cool stuff.
That's awesome.
This is why I like keeping this guy in the studio, because he do like ninja tweaks, like undocumented things. Like what I'm asking him, what did you do with the scabs? Nothing. Did you just roaming around? No, nothing. And then they are lean. They suppress people through closed doors. They flip you out. Like, wow,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. That's kind
Yeah,
of
that's amazing.
I love the fact that they give you the finger sometimes, because sometimes you need that just to get out of there alive,
It is funny when they see you, they'd be like, blah, blah, blah. They have to like yell at you first.
Yeah.
It's like, why aren't you shooting?
Like
Yeah,
I must
like-
disrespect before shoot.
Makes sense.
All right, so last couple questions, Nick. is flashbang breaching, a grenade breaching eventually, and any other ways of breaching and entering doors coming anytime soon? So like flash and clear, bang and clear, stuff like that.
We need to implement the flashbangs and the small grenades. It's planned in this update, in the next update, and first of all we need to make them, and after this we'll let them in some kind of like sequence. You lock the door, throw the grenade, lock the door,
Yeah, crack the door,
close the
open,
door.
slide
Yeah,
it in.
yeah, close the door. So the first we need to make these grenades. Like we have models of different small grenades, and we have a model of flash grenade called Zarya. It's a Russian, very like unhuman grenade. Like the idea of this grenade, you become invalid for a life when you.
you just
Yeah,
get
it's so
autism.
Another story. How's it gaming doing? I got deaf and with a flash grenade. I don't know. I can hear things. I don't know. Maybe I should wipe.
Till, like the end of the raid, or like you're deaf until the end of the raid. That would be
Yeah,
pretty
that'd be a pretty
Ooh,
big
brutal.
buff or debuff. All right, Nikita, last question, and we'll
Okay.
do our outro. Revolvers win.
Revolvers when? Not next patch. I think that the patch after the next patch, because it's also need to be some points of gameplay mechanics to be revoked. I think, but like the second patch after the next after the closest one, it will be because we have revolvers. Like we need to finally get in the game. Yeah.
Actually, one more question, if that's all right. This is from one of our community managers, because you talked about having custom music inside the hideout. He would like to know: is it possible that we could upload custom art and pictures, like on posters, on the wall in the hideout? Do you think that could be a feature?
I think there may be. Yeah, I choose every single word.
Your mic cut out right when you answered.
There might be a problems with it because people can put
nasty stuff on the wall. Yeah, I know.
Nasty stuff on the wall. They will they will do the screenshots. And
a lot of us have played Rust.
Yeah. We've already seen what happens in Rust. Oh my god.
This is true.
Please, no.
All right. So Nikita, thank you so much for answering those questions. Kotton, Sequisha, thank you guys so much for being here. Guys, this is going to conclude our Talking Tarkov podcast number 2. I just want to say sorry if some people get irritated with me interrupting people. I'm still super new to hosting. This is all new to me doing these podcasts, and I'm still learning along the way. So I appreciate your guys' patience with me. I'm not trying to interrupt anybody on purpose. I'm just trying to do my best to keep the conversation going. And in closing, I want to thank you guys so much for being here. If we could, let's get a bunch of love up in the chat. Guys, if you do not know who Kotton and Sequisha are, go check these guys out. Mods, if we get some links in their channels here in the chat, go follow these guys. Outstanding broadcasters, dude. These guys are amazing. Dude, fucking really good dudes. Both of them play a lot of Escape from Tarkov. And if you guys have not checked them out before, go show them some love. Very outstanding content creators, guys. And guys, thank you so much for being here. These podcasts are just a way for us to be more transparent with you guys. We just want to show you guys, we want to communicate more with you guys. We want to let you guys know what's going on in development and stuff like that. So again, thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you guys next time. And Nikita, thank you so much for taking the time to stay up late and talk to the community.
I need to say something to our Russian community also.
Of course, go ahead.
Yes, I think we should do this like the regular thing, because I really need to say something in Russian, because the Russian people could get.
We could do a Russian podcast as well for the Russian community.
Yes,
well.
Russian
I could
podcast
organize
is
that.
I think we have like the Daisy Roo.
Yeah, Daisy Roo would be a great host. He lives in St. Petersburg.
Yes, so we could do it on your channel. We can invite more Russian players. We can do like the mix up of different guests or something, and I will prepare more leaks, of course. And it could be really, really interesting, because for me these podcasts are really helpful in terms of ideas. So the idea to finally have a talk with you guys, Sequisha, Kotton, and you, Klean, and of course the chat, gives me the understanding like the proper understanding what should we do like next, and maybe
Honestly, I think that you guys should keep doing what you're doing,
Mhm.
though. I think you have a very clear track record, and don't let people like Reddit, the forums, or
Yeah.
even me. I know I bitch a lot.
Yeah.
Don't let us.
Me too, especially.
discourage-
Don't listen to me. I should be fired.
Like this game is amazing. That's why we play it. We bitch
Yeah.
because we care and we want it to be better. But don't get discouraged. I think you should do you. Maybe even take a little less community feedback because I think it's distracting you from the bigger picture. You know, like
Yeah.
why aren't
Yeah,
they tweaking strength? Reset strength.
Yeah, you
got
guys
better
are in
shit
your
to
own
do.
league for
Right.
sure, and just keep on rolling with what you guys have been doing because that's what makes it. The fact that you guys are unique and doing shit that other people aren't is
Yeah.
what makes it interesting. So just
thanks guys, that's really like a good advice, but of course we need to have this user experience thing because
Right.
it's really
Well,
important
yeah,
for
yeah,
the game.
yeah. Just
But,
don't listen to people bitching too much, and
I
everything in
j-
moderation. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just close the tab and that's it.
And
I'm
fix
not
your damn
listening.
scabs.
Fix
No,
your
I'm playing,
game.
I'm playing.
Okay, so about Russian community. Дорогие друзья, я надеюсь, что кто-нибудь еще остался из наших товарищей, кто нас слушает. Вот. Мы сделаем следующий подкаст на русском языке обязательно. Вот. И я думаю, что не расстраивается, на самом деле, потому что комьюнити, которая играет в Escape from Tarkov, русскоязычной комьюнити, она, как правило, язык английский немножко понимает, и в этом проблем никаких нет. Соответственно, лишний раз говорю вам всем спасибо, я знаю, что вы есть. Не думайте, что если я вдруг не появляюсь где-то на форумах, а сижу на Reddit, я на Reddit уже, кстати, не сижу нифига, реально, меня уже достал этот Reddit, уже, честно говоря. Вот, я уже захожу туда и там, я не понимаю, что люди хотят вообще. Кто-то хочет нас там убить, а кто-то хочет нормальные какие-то там темы продвигать. Я, соответственно, что-то отмечаю, но в целом, конечно, меня уже достало это все. Вот, тем не менее, Twitch хорошая тема, потому что здесь действительно собираются интересные парни. Я знаю, что на Ютубе тоже много интересных стримеров. Я знаю, что хотите их видеть. Мы будем их приглашать на подкасты, обязательно, русскоязычные. Мы будем делать, может быть, комбинированные подкасты. Половина из них на английском, половина из них на русском, но будет, я думаю, интересно. В любом случае, мы только начинаем развиваться в этом плане. И я думаю, что мы придем к какому-то интересному варианту, который будет интересен всем. Соответственно, большое всем спасибо, что смотрите. Если кто-то сейчас смотрит, я надеюсь, что кто-то смотрит. Вот, да, смотрим, вижу, что по-русски пишут. Отлично. То есть, ну, в общем, всем привет, как бы, вот, и я думаю, дальше будет все только интересней. Вот, большое спасибо. So, that's it. So, this was some kind of show I missed.
What?
He's over here eating. I was like, what are you doing? And
No. No.
is that
Okay.
licorice?
All right, guys. So that concludes our second Talking Tarkov podcast. Again, can we get a lot of love up in the chat for Kotton, Sequisha, and especially Nikita taking the time to be here for you guys late at night. So, guys, don't go nowhere. Stick around. One thing that I want to make every Talking Tarkov podcast special is I want to go raid a small streamer, somebody who hopefully deserves some exposure. I'm going to go find somebody. So please be sticking around for that raid. We're going to go host this guy, whoever he may be. It's going to be completely random. So without further ado, guys, peace out. Take care. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you all next time.
appreciate you guys. Be easy.
Yep. See ya.